Welcome to 5XLFM, where the trash flows.
Yo, everybody, how are you? It's Ethan Van Skyver here on the TRASHCAST show. Late night tonight. Sorry about that. I was just stuck watching Dick Masterson and Vito basically end. They just ended their professional relationship on Biggest Problem in the Universe, and I couldn't stop watching it, man. I was really into it. I thought it was cool. Good entertainment. Those guys know how to put on a good show. Vito, though, was giving me a splitting headache. Oh, my God. And the thing is, I don't even have any, hearing problems. I don't have, any ear issues like Dick Masterson does. He has no choice but to end that show. I mean, I'm just sitting there in the audience as a fan watching the show, and I'm just watching the show, and it is an absolute splitting headache for me. And oh my God, this show, TRASHCAST, was supposed to go an hour earlier, but I got hooked on that show. I'm a big fan of that show. I think that's a really good combination of talent. But Vito has just become such a whiny kind of baby. What a thin-skinned kind of cryboy the Vito has become. And I super chatted a couple of things. I super chatted one that, well, first of all, Dick Masterson says that the show is going to end, but in a month. But Vito can continue doing Biggest Problem as long as Dick Masterson gets 25% of, I guess, whatever the show earns in perpetuity, because it's his brand. Vito was like, "What am I giving you money for?" Very similar reaction to Eric July's reaction. Hold on a second. When the ministry was the International School of Ministry said, "Hey, listen, you're using our brand. We own, ISOM. We own that. You're going to have to give us a percentage of the money that you make using it." And Vito Vito has become, in so many different ways, I actually said, Vito, you are a combination of Liam Gray, Eric July, and Patrick S. Tomlinson. And it's bizarre that you became that way. And I only really realized it when Riley fucked with him. All right, hold on a second. I got to start a super chat goal. I got the show started really quickly. I didn't do a big intro this time. I didn't do anything that would delay the show, so that we could kind of just get into business. I wanted to make money today, but I don't think I'm going to try to make any money because, I started late. I've been drawing all day. I didn't really prepare the show. I have a couple of things to look at, and I'll talk to you guys. You guys can definitely ask me questions and things like that. But I'm going to put my eBay link. Maybe I'll try. I'll put a couple things on sale. Shop eBay. Here. All right. I'm going to try to make money. I'm going to do it this weekend. It's the 4th of July this weekend. I should be putting together a 4th of July sale, all that stuff. But thank you guys. All right, we're ready to go. Nito Workshop says Dick and Vito are simultaneously the scorpion and the frog. Well, which one is which? I can't really tell. You know what I mean? I can't tell which one is which there. A little auction, says Doug209. We haven't done an auction in forever. Maybe at some point. Scumtron says, "Corpse is still warm." Excellent timing. Make money, EVS says, "Ain't got time to bleed." Yeah, all right, hold on a second. I want to deal with you guys first. I'm happy to be with you. I had a good time live streaming. I told Andrea, I said, I live streamed for 7 hours last night. And I did a fake out. It's 6, I stopped at 6 hours, and I did a closeout. And then I'm sitting there listening to the music. And I got I don't know, I was what am I don't need to end right now. People want me to keep going. People are enjoying it. The vibe is going on. The super chats have been really nice. I mean, people have paid me to put on a show. I'll come on back. And I did another hour. I fell asleep at the end. I was okay, it's time to go. Internet guy says Prambakulati gifted 1,000 memberships. I think it was 100 memberships, but it felt like 1,000 memberships. Everybody got one. Play the Biggie remix and start over. This is awful, says Wilberforce Wooster.
Huh? Doggy style now. Yeah. To all the ladies in the house. Another day in the ghetto. One look outside and I'm already upset, yo. It look about 102. It's a Saturday and Biggie ain't got nothing to do. I'm interrupted by a phone ring. Sometimes I wish I never got the motherfucking thing. Hello, can I speak to Biggie? Yo, who this? Tanisha, yo, call back, I'm busy. Why don't you hit me on the box a little later? Washed up, got dressed, hits the elevator. Steps out, it's the same old scene. Dope fiend, crack fiend, eyewitness news team. I seen the honey with the butt looking butter soft. I know she look.
Was that good? Was that better? Oh wait, hold on a second. I got to do one more thing. We don't start just like that. We got to do this. This. Seriously, now it's got to be good. Okay, now it's got to be good. I just couldn't wait to talk to you guys. I just couldn't wait. It was just too much fun. Okay, all right. Let's just move on with things here, shall we? We've got a lot to do. You want to get to it? Let me see. Please don't let us rest in peace. Past Masterdan 4080. What's up with that? Ethan keeps cutting Patrick short. Oh my God! I actually looked in on Patrick today. I went to the O&A forums, which I may or may not have an account on. It's hard to get an account on that show. I mean, on that in that place, you have to be like an established pest. And I know an established pest who gave me one of his fake. He gave me one of his fake like they have multiple screen names. He was like, "Here you go, pal. Here, and this is the password." And he's like, change it, and it's yours. Because you can't get one. You can't get a password. Otherwise, you can't get it. So I might have one. I might have, sounds like I already admitted that I do have one there. So I went down there just to kind of update myself on what was going on with Patrick. And, he's working on building a patio off of the second floor roof of his shitty townhouse in wherever he lives, Minneapolis. Where does he live? Is it Wisconsin? I can't remember where he lives. Really stupid. It's probably going to break. The guy weighs more than I do. But that's what they're talking about. But I did find out that he got a W, and I hate this. He did, Patrick was being swatted. He got swatted at least 50 times. I mean, being swatted once is terrifying. I had the police come over back in 2018 to talk to me and Andrea. This was after, who was it that got swatted? Frank? See Frank back there? Was it Nick Ricada or was it somebody? It might have been the guy from, might have been Pizza Maddie. Pizza Maddie got swatted. And I said, boy, we got to be prepared for if this happens because, I don't want any problems. We're definitely going to get swatted. I know it's going to happen to us. Why wouldn't it happen to me? Pizza Maddie. Tim Pool did too. Yeah, he got swatted too. Eve, yes, you're nicely filling up your basement, jumbo style. Edwin allegedly got swatted. I don't believe that he got swatted. What do you think of that, 709? I think he was fucking lying. Who in the world would swat Edwin Boyette? He lives in Florida. He lives in Hawaii. Who would swat him? I mean, if somebody did swat him, it had nothing to do with like the Comicsgate conflict. Like it was just see a lot of this stuff. Like I hear that some of these guys who are like constantly complaining and stuff about being victimized, and they go, "Well, it must be because of my connection to Comicsgate." I'm like, I really don't think so. I think if people are flying drones around your house in Hawaii or in Australia, it's because you're an asshole. And it's not just because you're an asshole on the internet. Probably you're an asshole in real life too, like wherever you are, IRL asshole. And that kind of thing happens. I do not believe like Edwin Boyette would get swatted. Of everybody, like who was Edwin Boyette? He was not. Pete Zametti, though, was in the news. Pete Zametti was somebody who agreed lightly with some of the things that Richard C. Myers said, some of the things that Comicsgate said, and it was a big problem. Like all of his talent quit on him. And Pete Zametti didn't really have the constitution to deal with any of that, like unpopularity. I've learned to just enjoy, relax, and enjoy being hated. I've learned to kind of just deal with it. When I was working at DC, I was loved. I was beloved. At least I thought I was. By the fans, maybe not by my peers, but definitely by the fans. They would come and see me, and people were happy to see me and tell me how much they enjoyed my work and what it meant to them. Now, like mostly what I get is, it's a real shame what he's become because I really liked his work, or I always knew he was an asshole. I did his work. One of those two things. You guys, I'm fortunate to have some of you who are just kind of like, yeah, I like you now and I like your work. But most of you are like, fuck you and your work. Where is your work, by the way? Good, because I've learned to hate you, says Pete Count. See, that's just typical. I mean, that's what you get. But I can deal with being hated. I don't, somebody like Pete Callen, or not Pete Callen, Pete Zametti, maybe could not. He got swatted. It was a big traumatic thing. Nicest guy in the world. It's really sad. DC improved massively in the early 2000s. I think because of Jeff. I really do. Kiri Runte says, is that how to pronounce it, by the way? Because I talk to you a lot. Kiri Runte? I'm trying to think if there's any other way to pronounce that. Kiri Runte. I don't know. Ethan loves when people worship him. No. I don't like it at all. Like I answer that question completely unironically. No, I like it when people say, "Man, I really like your work. It's nice to meet you," and then treat me like one of the fellas. I like that. I don't want to be worshipped, but I don't want to be. I want to be respected. I want to be talked to with respect, but not worship. And I want to just kind of be treated like everyone else. I think at the same time, like respect me for what I've done. But that's it. Let me see. Thought you got your camera fixed, but it's bad tonight, says Laserbeak. Is it really? Am I stuttering and everything? Is it? Let me take a look. It doesn't look so bad. You think it looks bad? Yeah, I don't think it looks bad. You're a real hero, Ethan. You should get a medal, says Thuggish Stone. I agree with that, definitely. Okay, hold on a second. Do we get all the super chats? Intro's giving me gout, says internet guy. Days of Clarity says, hell yeah, Trashcast. As I said on X, I really liked how you did the Patrick Thompson after the Liam video and pointed out similarities. There are a lot of them. And I actually pointed some out about Vito tonight too. There's a certain kind of behavior that happens when people just sort of allow the internet to just kick their ass. They don't really know how to deal with the internet. AJ Barrett gifted a membership. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. All right, let me put something on sale. Then we got a ton of stuff. By the way, somebody sent me this. Like, I was thinking today about the FBI coming to my house. Haven't heard from Little Movie Perp in a little while, but I remember like how people kind of reacted to that. Like, I got some people that are in that crowd, like the Frog Tony crowd. Those guys are really stupid. Like, they're good at making fun of people, I guess, in some ways. But they're really low IQ, and like those people are just like, what do you call the FBI over a joke? Is that what we do now? We call the FBI over a joke? And first, I didn't call the FBI; somebody else did. But secondly, like, yeah, like most of the people who actually do end up doing things like this, we're joking about it first. Trans gunman. See, I thought this was a little movie part for a second. I thought it was a little movie part. Trans gunman caught in alleged casino terror plot with huge cache of weapons. Is it cache or cash? How do you pronounce it? Cache or cash? You seen all the people cutting down flock cameras? Says Josh Mataro. No? I didn't see that. How do you pronounce that, guys? Hold on a second. Wazir says, you've become the very thing you hate, Ethan. A black guy. Who, me? Cash is a cash. It could be both. Everybody's saying cash. I'm just going to go along with that. It looks like it should be cache. That looks like better, but it's like, no, you have cache. You know what I mean? Cache of weapons. As cops released chilling footage. So this happened just yesterday. Las Vegas cops busted a transgender gunman or gunwoman. Come to think of it, why are we misgendering? Why are we misgendering this terrorist? Weapons cache, says Johnny NGX. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. Yeah, why are we misgendering the terrorist who allegedly planned a casino massacre using a huge, again, cache? Thank you for that chat of weapons. Allison Howlett. Hi, my name's Allison Howlett. I was born a man, but I live as a woman. Allison Howlett. Any chance that they're a Wolverine fan? You know, that's like Wolverine's real name. It's cache, you stupid fucks, says Orbital Hub. It's cache. All right, hold on. Let me ask Grok, and we're gonna settle this like adults. Tired of fighting with you guys. All right, how do you pronounce? Because if it's cache, that's my first instinct, but cache, as in cache of weapons. Okay, let me see. Thinking about your request, how long should this take? This should be quick. This shouldn't take a long time, but it's taking a little too long here. It's taking a little too long. Thinking about your request. Caches and cache weapons is pronounced cache. Cache. Examples, a cache of weapons. They found an arms cache. So, those of you who are out there going, you stupid fucking idiots, you guys were wrong. And the people that you called idiots, stupid fucking idiots, they were right. Some apologies are owed, okay? Just Batman 10. Apologies. By the way, it's a beautiful avatar. Apologies are owed to some of these people. And listen, we care about stuff like that here. We actually care about phonics. We're hooked on phonics. James Howlett, it was Marvel all along. Yeah. My name's James Howlett. I'm Wolverine. Oh, no, my name's Allison Howlett. That's my name. I got to pick my own name because I get to pick my own name. Just the same way I got to pick my own wig. Suck my cock. All right, hold on a second here. 36, born a man but lives a woman, was arrested Saturday on charges of making terrorist threats, assault with a deadly weapon, auto theft, gun theft, and other offenses. This wild story unfolded around 9:30 a.m. Saturday when Howlett's former spouse, who is female, oh my God, this poor woman. Can you imagine? Here's Vito. Oh, I love you all. Vito, you want to come in here? Hold on, EVS stopping Civil War in the chat. Yeah, I just want to get it right. Like I'm not gonna pick which side I like better. Never. Yeah, Vito had one of the best episodes of Biggest Problem tonight. Tonight, Vito was the biggest problem. Elizabeth Emoji says, I love you. Vito says, send me the rink. You're not Vito. You're a Japanese saboteur. Hold on a second. Seriously, you want to come in here? All right, Vito, I'll send you the link, Vito. Is that really Vito? Or is he just fucking around? Is that really Vito? I would think Vito would be really busy. He just finished up Biggest Problem in the Universe. I think he would be kind of tired. Vito, Max Memes. Max Memes Vito. Okay, Vito, I sent you the link, Kick Vito. Sadly, it is Vito, people are saying. 2,000-pound trash cost. Well, listen, I promised Vito would be on the stream in a way. You know what I mean? I did put him in the thumbnail today. I put Vito in the thumbnail. So, and there is Vito content. So maybe we'll go over the Vito content with him. What the hell was that? Oh, yeah. Wild story unfolded, blah, blah, blah. Oh, surprise. Look at this. Oh, we were only joking about shooting up a casino. Former spouse said Howlett intended to commit suicide by cop, carried a mass shooting. Radar said. So, is that it? Howlett's ex was tracking her stolen car on her phone and led cops to it where it was parked in a garage at Sunset Station Hotel. All right. As officers approached the vehicle, Howlett blasted music over the car stereo. I wonder if the music was AI music threatening Shane Davis. And refused commands to exit. He did, however, ask cops for a drink of water. Shocking video of the ensuing reaction. Ensuring reaction shows the officers surrounding the vehicle, dragging Howlett from the car as he reached for a bottle of water, ostensibly offered by these very clever cops. So once again, it's trans people. Officers were eventually able to... Listen, what I'm saying is this. If you take that wig off, put sunglasses and a hat on this person, a baseball cap, who does it look like? Looks like little movie perp. Looks a little like little movie perp. She needed Wawa, says Margaret Miracle. Where is Shane Davis, says Past Master? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, there he is. You let your tiger out. So, the territory. Many guess it. You let your tiger out.
It's me.
It's
Shane Davis.
I'll never do that again, guys. I promise.
That was mean. That was cruel.
Yeah, it really was. But hi, Vito.
How you doing?
You know what? Who cares how I'm doing? You know what I mean? Let's talk about how you're doing after that. Everybody's so mad. Look, that's not Shane. What the fuck? Boo!
Yeah, you really kind of fucked me with that intro. I think you kind of fucked me over with that.
We got off to a bad start there. So
I'm great, Ethan. You want to know why I'm great?
Why?
What's this guy?
Looks like Super Killer.
What's this guy right here? This is Super Killer. This is the black and white variant. The color variant will also be printed. There's our nice title page. Eric Weathers. Love that guy. You work with Eric, right?
Yeah.
Letterer to the stars is what I call this man, because he knocked it out of the park. And I even got him to print the 2-page spread correctly after arguing with the company for I guess this is a spoiler, but there you go. So we got a fun comic. It's printing. It's coming out. I'm a happy boy. I got these today, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you. I think a lot of people are happy for you, Vito. We got the Vito theme song now. From now on, whenever Vito comes in, This is
Ooh,
his
I
theme
like
song.
little girls. They make me feel so. No, not that.
Hold on a second. No. We gotta start over again. This is your theme song. It's the Vito's theme song. Hello, Vito. Welcome to the show.
Oh,
And
yeah.
anybody can put this together for me, like a little video. This would be great. Shout out to Vito. Hold on a second. Ready,
pretty
RJ.
groovy. This is pretty groovy.
16.
Ooh,
That's a
leave her
little
alone,
low.
folks. Leave her alone.
Now this is Vito's theme
She's
song.
my cherry pie, Ethan. Cool drink
got
of
it.
water. Oh yeah,
got
here
it.
we go. There we go. Is this Winger?
Yeah.
I hate that I know who sings this song.
Guy's a good friend of mine. Kip Winger.
Winger? Doug Winger? Or no, wait, is it Doug? What's the first
Kip.
name of that guy?
Kip Winger.
Kip Winger.
Yeah. He's been my
What
buddy.
was the kid on Beavis and Butthead? Stewart?
Butthead. Oh.
Well, remember that Stewart would always try to hang out with him, and he's always wearing a Winger T-shirt. They're like, "Get out of here, Stewart!"
Yeah, they destroyed Kip Winger's whole career with that show. You know,
I
just
know.
by putting Winger, like Winger was meant to be the. And the thing about it is a Winger kind of rocks. Like I hated that shit. I hated glam rock when I was like a teenager because I
Yeah.
thought it was gay and for pussies and faggots. But like now that I am a pussy and a faggot and kind of gay, I like it, man. I put on the Sirius station. What is the Sirius station called? Like Hair Metal or Hair Nation? It's
Yeah.
awesome, man. I swear to God, I'm listening to Poison. I'm like, look
Dude,
what
they was,
the cat dragged in.
The pageantry was great, man. We didn't understand. I think people didn't understand it. Well, they understood it. When it first came out, it was like people took it seriously, and it's like, well, no, they're like dressing up. It's like a stage show, man. It's fun.
Yeah, like if you didn't, like you had to take yourself really, really seriously. If you were a metal fan, you know what I mean? You had
Yeah.
to listen to like Megadeth, Metallica, Iron Maiden with it. Iron Maiden has written a song about like, Iron Maiden couldn't just write too many love songs, you know? They didn't just write songs about getting pussy. They would go, they were exactly like Spinal Tap, you know? I think Spinal Tap was based on them. Because they would just be like, we're going to write a song about the hidden city of Atlantis. Our next album is going to be a rock opera about Pompeii. You know what I mean? And it's like, Jesus Christ.
They had a lot of ideas.
Yeah, a lot of ideas, like, you know, but like nothing I could relate to. You know, the Flight of Icarus.
But all
Hear the
all
rhyme
rock
of the
operas,
ancient mariner. You know, come on now.
when music does that stuff, it's like I always who Tommy the Pinball Wizard, and I go, what is this? And they go, it's about a kid. He's really good at pinball, but he's blind. And I went, then he's not good at pinball. What do you mean? No, he plays by sound. And I go, that's literally impossible. This is a terrible story. But somehow it captivated people.
Well, I think I kind of like Pinball Wizard, except the part where he gets raped. I think the part in
Wait, does he get raped in Pinball Wizard?
Yeah, you don't remember that? Like,
No, it's been a while.
Hold on a second.
Are you sure?
I'm positive he gets
In the
raped.
movie?
I
In the
don't know
movie, he gets
I didn't
raped?
see the movie. I don't know about
Does he get thrown up on a pinball machine and they rape? I think you're thinking of a different movie.
No, I'm not.
I mean, it was an Elton John hit, so I guess it would make sense for there to be some
my
homosexual
God.
undertones.
No, man. It is like oh God. Okay, hold on a second here. Let's take a
I'm
look at this.
control effing the word rape in this Wikipedia. I don't remember that deaf, dumb, and blind kid got raped in his asshole. Hold on.
By the way, no, I will say this about that. Like this guy here, this is Oliver. No, what's this guy's name? Is it Oliver? This
the
guy's
character or the actor?
The actor.
Starring Oliver Reed. Is it Oliver Reed?
Like
Yeah.
he's my Wolverine. I always look at him and I go, if I were doing an X-Men movie about the new X-Men, you know what I mean? Like the uncanny, all new, all different X-Men who premiered in 1976. I would cast, and I was doing that movie in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Cast Oliver Reed as Logan. I mean, to me, he looks just like Logan.
That Fantastic Four movie was a disappointment because they didn't lean into the retro aesthetic as much as I wanted. I've always wanted some retro superhero movies. I think you're onto something.
Well, anyway.
Yes, I think it's alright. Yes, I think it's alright.
Good singing.
He's nailing it. Completely on
He
key.
smacked her ass.
Hey.
No, I don't know. This guy's gonna molest Tommy. Oh
my
shit!
God! I mean, he's deaf, dumb, and blind. What could he do? How do you fight him off?
Yeah. He's a pervert.
Oh, he's cranking it. He's cranking it on the phone.
You won't see or hear me as I fiddle about. My mother left me here to mind you. I'm doing exactly what I really well want to. Fiddling about.
What a fun movie.
Does this bring back any memories?
Yeah,
of,
I'm remembering it now. I guess when I saw it, I must have been younger, and I'm like, he's just going to lock him up. No, I guess he has his way with him.
No, he takes him down to the basement there, or the
They're
attic.
just fiddling about, Ethan.
He's
It
fiddling.
could be anything.
No, he's fiddling him. He's now hold on a second. Let me ask Grok again. I've been asking Grok a lot of things tonight. Want to make sure that we get this right. Grok.
Does Tommy get raped in Tommy?
In the Who's Tommy, does Tommy get raped? Let me just check on what Grok has to say. Now, I could be misremembering this, but let's find out. Thinking about your requests. Don't think about it too hard, okay? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Thinking about your request. A fiddler in the attic. A fiddler on the roof. That brings new context to Fiddler on the Roof. I mean, if you...
He's really thinking about this rape, Grok. He really goes, I don't know.
It's not a request. It's not a request, Grok. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just saying factually.
Grok, yes.
Yes, okay. He is sexually abused and molested by his Uncle Ernie while he is a child in his dead.
That's his uncle?
That was his uncle.
God. When's the last time I saw fucking Tommy? Jesus Christ.
I'm your wicked Uncle Ernie. I'm glad you won't see and hear me as I fiddle about. So that's what that is. Just so you know, don't ever question me. I know everything about everything. What the fuck, says the Wazoo.
I thought it was a pinball movie. I was just in it for the pinball.
Well, that's what he meant by sure plays a mean pinball, but he meant, balls, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't touch me, Uncle Ernie. Yeah, Uncle Dark Gift. Stop that. That is not true.
He says you've got Grok set to expert. You have to set it to fast for quick responses. I didn't know that. That's actually useful.
Yeah, I want accuracy. I don't need it to be, listen, unlike your fans, I don't need it to be fast. I just need it to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your fans rushing you. Let's talk about that for a little bit. First of all,
I'm not rushed. I don't feel rushed. Go ahead.
The context of tonight's episode of Biggest Problem in the Universe is that all of the fans of Biggest Problem in the Universe have now pushed Dick Masterson, I think it's clear, and I'm sure you agree, to some feelings of negativity about the show and working specifically with you. I think it's the fans' fault. Biggest Problem in the Universe fans. That's what I think probably is going on there. And it has a lot to do. It has a lot to do maybe it has something to do with your book being late. But the book's done now, so what is everybody complaining about? And what in the world is Dick Masterson doing? First of all, you're 50% of the talent on that show. In fact, honestly, considering the fact that you do the thumbnails and you do so much of the chattering on the show.
Knock it off.
60, 65. And now,
Thank
you know, he
Thank
doesn't
you.
even want. Yeah, he doesn't even want to do the show with you anymore.
I did
but
do
he's
the
still-
thumbnails. I mean, that's a big. You can't have a podcast without thumbnails, Ethan. You got great thumbnails, actually.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I started
I'm in
making
this
them
one.
on my own. You know.
What are you using to make them? Are you making them in Grok?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, you got to try Google's thing, Nano Banana.
Yeah.
Also, I'm getting an
Banana.
echo. Are you getting an echo from me at all? From your end?
No.
Nope. Okay. Maybe I have it open in a window. Oh, I probably have it open on my phone. No, because then I would hear you. Anyway, you could try Nano Banana for thumbnails. If you look at the thumbnails I've been making for my own channel and for the Magic Podcast, it's great, man.
Yeah, I
It
prefer
nails
mine.
it.
I do. I like mine better.
Really?
Than yours. Yeah.
No, mine are great. Mine got great thumbnails.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
But anyway, the point of the thing is, like, today, Dick Masterson finally said, "I'm sick of your shit. I'm gonna do this." He didn't say that in so
Well, he
many
didn't
words.
say, yeah.
Well, what were you thinking? Was that a surprise to you that Dick said 1 more month and then I'm done? Was it a surprise?
No.
Tell me why.
I don't understand why he's been doing it this long at all.
Yeah.
I thought he would have been gone like 6 months ago, a year ago.
You really feel that way?
Oh yeah, I think he's. I know he's got other more important things going on in his life. The show's not his main gig, you know. So he was kind of doing it because it's a little bit extra money in the pocket. But at the end of the day, it's not his main swing, man. I get it.
Yeah. So he offered you some kind of franchising deal with Biggest Pub in the
Franchising
Universe.
potential, yeah.
Which I listened to. I was tempted about it. I mean, the idea of paying him 25% for the right to use the brand on your own, Biggest Problem in the Universe. You reacted negatively to that. Like, what am I going to give you? I'm sorry. You went, sir, I don't understand why I would give you 25% of the show's earnings when I would be doing 100% of the work with my partner, another fat man, probably.
Very possibly. Yeah.
Why would I give you 25%? And Dick just said, that's because you didn't really understand that. You were upset at the idea of Dick Masterson taking 25% of the show when he would be doing no work. It would all be you, which it practically is now anyway. You know, if you added up all the words that were uttered on tonight's show, I think it would be 1,000 to 1 you. You said 1,000 words for every one word that Dick Masterson said. So the question is, who's doing the most work over there?
I would do a one-time payout, and I think we could crowdfund it. So Dick could come up with a number to hand the show over, and then if the fans really want the show to continue, they could fund it. But giving him 25% in perpetuity for a show that is already on the way out, I think it would just make more financial sense to just start another show. Because all we got to do is figure out a show that makes 75% of what it's making now, and then we're making the same amount of money without having to sign a check over every month.
Now, do you see any value? I mean, there's some people who went the McDonald's franchise. Now I have nothing to do with
in
McDonald's.
Russia. Yeah, go ahead.
We're talking about back in the 50s and 60s. I don't have anything to do with McDonald's, but I could, without having to pay Ray Kroc, I could just make my own hamburger restaurant. But for some reason, I'm paying this douchebag 25% to use his name. Now, do you think there's value in that, or do you think they were all fucking up? Do you think they were making a mistake by using the McDonald's brand? Like Dick Masterson is basically Ray Kroc in this situation.
Well, I don't think franchisees pay 25%. Let me check. What does an average McDonald's franchisee pay for the right to the McDonald's name? I don't think maybe it is 25%. What is the cost? Okay, I'll ask Grok. Grok, tell me, what are the franchise fees for a McDonald's restaurant? And we all live in this restaurant. I guess I do have fast on. I have
25%. 25%.
25%. So we're saying this is worth as much. The initial franchise fee is $45,000.
That's a lot.
Ongoing
you wanna cut
fees.
it? Yeah.
Where did you get 25%? Royalty fee is 4% of gross sales. Marketing fee is another 4% of gross sales. So that's 8%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want to cut Dick a check for $45,000 at first, and then maybe we can negotiate with him.
Look, if he comes up with a number, we can just have the fans crowdfund it if they want the show to continue with the Biggest Problem banner. Otherwise, I got my own branding I can swap over to.
Confiscate Drama says you have to purchase their supplies too. There's markup there. There's a lot. Eventually, it does even out.
Well, that's how they get you. But I mean, you got to get product, and honestly, getting your product directly from McDonald's is kind of a boon because you don't have to source your own supplier for French fries and hot dog or hamburgers or whatever.
Ethan, McDonald's makes most of the money from the franchises paying for the land. Yeah, I know. I saw the movie too. Trio Dog, by the way, is here. He says the only reason the show didn't end 6 months ago was because of me. You're welcome, Vito.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe it should have ended 6 months ago. I don't know when it should have ended. It's ending now. I don't know. He tried to coordinate the show happening. So thank you, Trio Doug.
All right, so listen, I wanted to watch this video about you.
Please fix my audio. Is my audio fucked? Do I sound okay?
You sound okay.
Test 1 1 2. Test 1 1 2. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, this is Vito weighs in. He hates Frog Tony too.
They tried to say somebody was trying to spread the rumor that this was me talking shit about you. This is crazy. I defended you in this video.
I didn't watch it yet.
I defended you.
All right, well, we'll see.
This is long, no?
Every day, your data is being tracked, collected, and sold.
Every day? Wait, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's her stream. It's not my stream.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You thought that I sent you the link because I was like, he'll probably think it's my stream and get on.
Would have gone on regardless.
There's something about you without a hat, Vito, that like you look like an adult. Like right now,
I look like a big toddler.
Yeah, you do look like a big, enormous infant.
I want the iPad. I want to watch Bluey. Duh.
Yeah. Well, when you take the hat off, like with me, when I wear a baseball cap, I look like a grown up. You know what I mean? But when you wear one, you for some reason you look like a big kid. It's really strange. But you take the hat off, you look like a very seasoned Jewish man. You know what I mean? You look Jewish, a little Jewish to me.
It's a different look.
Vito, if you had those little curlies here, you know what I mean? You would look like a Hasidic Jew.
Hasidic, yeah. I do like the Jews.
Yeah. I'm picturing you with those now. Is there any way we can get those
Vito
for
looks
you?
like every white dude on death row. Well, the reason I wear the hat is because I don't like shave. Like, if I shave the head, it looks fine. When I don't shave it, I got the hair on the sides, and it looks like shit. And I don't like shaving my head every fucking other week. So I just put the hat on. Yeah, it's a little better when you got the hair on the sides. You look like a fucking chomo.
Chomo. There's a lot of that. A lot of people talking about CP and pedophilia this week. Crazy.
This week, this fucking decade, it seems to be the topic.
For you, yeah, for you. But I mean,
no, for everybody. The fucking president's talking about it. The fucking White House is talking about it.
Oh my God. Okay, so it's everywhere right now.
It's everywhere.
All right, let's watch Toothless Aggression. I think mint salad is somewhere in this picture, and then there's you.
I like to stream.
While Mint's away, whose link did you click on? Because you got sent the link by several people.
You sent it after.
So you would have got on Mint stream.
Yeah, why not?
I thought you hated Mint. You said all those things about wanting to grape her.
Do you hate mint salad or Frog Tony?
I mean, I don't know anymore. I don't understand these people. There's a lack of consistency to these personalities where I go, I don't understand you on a deep enough level to like you or dislike you. It's like one week I go, this Frog Tony guy's kind of funny. And the next week he goes, Katie did look that fucking werewolf porn and she's a bad lady. And I go, oh, okay. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So right now, Yeah,
Mid-South
they're
turned
all-
on me on a dime, and I was just like, "What did I do to you?"
I heard something about that, and I go, "Can you guys just stop fighting with it? Everybody's fighting."
Well, yeah, I guess like everybody, not everybody's fighting, but this group is fighting here. This little group is fighting in a corner somewhere. I see them like when I visualize them, I close my eyes and I visualize a metaphor, a visual metaphor. I'm good at this. I'm an artist of what Comicsgate looks like right now. And what I see almost everybody like, in a big group together. Okay. Like, and then I see them in a corner, pushed into a corner with pitchforks doing this, and trying to lash out and hurt people. I see Frog Tony like with his eyes closed, windmilling his arms like a retard, trying to punch anyone or anything. You know what I mean? That's what I picture when I picture these guys.
All of these. Look, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, that's just that's what I think. Like that's what's in my head. So if you want to know, like, well, how do you regard these folks? Like that's just what I picture. Like when I think about them, if I think
Drooling
about
retards swinging their arms around is how.
them.
I
Yeah, like for no reason. Like what are you doing? Like we're fighting back. It's really strange.
I really liked all these people, like,
You did?
yeah, I liked Mint, I liked Frog Tony, and okay, here's what it comes down to, Ethan, is like, you're funny, you can run a show, you can rant to like 600 people, right?
600, more like 1,000. What are you talking about?
Well, you had, when I was watching earlier, you had like 700, I don't know. And then I could do a show, and I could get, I don't know, a couple, maybe 100 people, 200 people if I'm lucky. And then you get these guys, and they don't know how to get attention, so they just start going, well, if I start fighting with everybody, and I'm obnoxious, and I'm just causing drama, I'll get a lot of clicks. And you go, yeah, I guess, but like, then you just turn into an asshole, and everybody hates you. That's kind of what Frog Tony was.
You think that's what Frog Tony was?
Frog Tony, when Frog Tony was my buddy and I would go on there, we did shows together, it was pretty good. And then he decided, like a lot of people decide, oh, I know how to get views. I'll fight with Vito and I'll be his enemy and I'll talk shit about him all the time. And I went, I think it was better when we just did the show together because, you can have me on and I'm funny. We have a good time. Oh, well.
By the way, holy shit. This is absolutely awesome. Ramvakulati, right in the dead of summer, dropping 2,000 rupees. These Eastern Indians, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Feeling a little bit Hindi tonight. Hell yeah. Tomorrow morning, if you see shit in the streets, you'll know why. We're all Indians tonight here in Marlton, New Jersey. Prambakulati. Oh, 20 minutes. It doesn't matter. Stop killing my vibe. It's a red boy. No deceiving, nothing up my sleeving, no teasing. I need you to get up on the dance floor. Get that man what he asking for. All right, hold on. Listen, we got. All right, hold on a second. We have some. We got another super chat. I think this one's from Johnny Rocket here. Johnny Rocket, who, by the way, no connection to. No connection. Elephant. He did write Elephant though. Vito was arguing in the biggest problem Discord right now, also while doing this show. Lol. So, Vito, what are you arguing about?
I'm not arguing. They said Vito said he'll continue doing the show if we fund the payout, and I said that is correct. So if you guys want to buy off Dick Masterson for the rights and hand them over to me, okay, I can't stop you.
Mustang Trainers here. Congrats, buddy. Where do we go for late orders? Also, what do you know about Chuck Dixon? You think you're him? Vito, you want to answer that question?
Where do we go for late orders? I think Indiegogo might have shut down my campaign, but that's good if they did. I'll reopen it when everything is printed and in hand. But go to superkiller.org and bookmark the page. Once everything's in hand and we're ready to start shipping out, we will do a little last minute get on in.
Are you Chuck Dixon?
What do I know about Chuck Dixon? Hey, put them dicks in my ass. Because I don't know where I'm going with this. No, I'm not Chuck.
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
Yeah. Vito
None of
comic
us.
looks like AI, says 200 Watt.
Well, it's interesting you say that because no, there's no AI. I love this back cover though. Look at the nice little graphic of our characters there. Hey, you know what I found out about StreamYard, Ethan, is you can make a custom layout of so you see how our cameras are really small?
Yeah.
We can make our cameras like really big. I'll have to show it to you. It's awesome.
I like this though.
Yeah, but this is good when you have like 6 people on. When you got 2 people on, I don't like the circle.
You don't like that?
Also, you still do that thing where you make your browser window a giant rectangle and it
Vito?
squeezes
Is that
it
you?
all in.
I dream of Vito.
Dad, where you been all my life?
You don't like that either? All right, hold on a second.
All
This
right.
is- what about this, Vito? Vito,
Well,
what about this?
you gotta. Okay, but you have an ultra wide monitor. You have to not have it maximized, and then it would take up the whole screen.
Okay.
I taught you this. You know this. You don't care.
I know. I don't even bother with it. Ban
You don't
Fatto. Boo, says regular Goody Two Shoes. Here's regular Goody Two Shoes. Was just over at Eric's chat. Eric the Bunks. He's the best anti-chat guest. I like him. Get him back on here. Yeah, he's always invited. Eric the Bunks is great. Also, you see Absolute Jess Cruz. What a joke. No. But it doesn't matter. Like, you know, people are like, oh, Ethan, Jessica Cruz is in this. And I'm like, I don't really care because I don't get anything for it, okay? I don't get anything for Jessica Cruz. Here's why. DC Comics decided that Jessica Cruz as a Green Lantern was a derivative character. And because she's a derivative character, because she's just Green Lantern, they don't have to pay us anything for creating her. And they did cut me a check, Vito. They sent me about 15 grand. They said, here you go. Good boy. I said,
when? For the show?
No. For creating Jessica
way
Cruz.
back?
Yeah, way back. Like,
But that was a
2000
one-time, and they're saying we're never going to give you any Jessica Cruz money ever again?
Yes. Now,
I think you got fucked. That's worse than 25%.
yeah. So, yeah, it is. So, they do have a thing now where they go, well, listen, we're starting to feel a little bit guilty. Because, I mean, you know, there's Guy Gardner. You know what I mean? Like, somebody created him, not Ethan. But, like, he's Green Lantern, but is he really, like, is that the extent of who he is as a character? Like, maybe it's about time that we reconsider our derivative character clause when it comes to, paying people. And they said, listen, let's just put it this way. Now, if you create a brand new character like Atrocitus, let's just say that the number that we give you is 10. Okay? You get 10 for creating Atrocitus.
10% or 10 what?
I'm just saying, no.
Okay,
I'm
just a number.
10,
a number.
for example. 10 is the number. But if you create a derivative character, we'll give you 5. How's that? So you get half of 10. You get half of what you would get. Half of your points for a new character for a derivative character. A fraction of what you would get. But at least it's something. So I wrote to them and I said, hey, I'm glad that you, adopted this new rule because of Jessica Cruz. And don't think that I don't know that you guys have Jessica Cruz stuff planned all over the place. Jessica Cruz is in everything now. She's Puerto Rican, so she's everywhere. And they went, yeah, we'll look in on that for you, Ethan. We'll get back to you. That was 28 years ago. And at least 4 years ago.
You know, things, the wheels over at DC don't move that quickly. We know this. You know, I'm sure they got it coming down the pipeline.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna remind them because I just see all this Jessica Cruz. It's Jessica Cruz mania, and I get nothing, and I should get something. You know, I should get something for that. Peak out, off topic, but this fucking heat wave is killer. Yeah, it's hot upstairs. Like I go upstairs and I'm like it's much cooler in the basement. I'm inviting the kids down there and Andrea down to the basement. It is like the heat rises and the air conditioning's pumping all it can, but it's like 100 degrees out. Yash Matar says, no, you have cachet and you have cache of things. No, you have cachet. Like Vito's got a lot of cachet, but he also has a cache of guns that the police don't know about. He also has a cache of child porn. Now, I'm only kidding.
And I'm bringing them to For the Fans Fest.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. The FBI will be back.
I'm
here.
bringing my comic books full of exciting things to For the Fans Fest. That's what I meant.
Yashimataru says, you see the mayor of Newark was arrested.
Uh-oh.
I didn't see that at all. Why? Why was the mayor of Newark arrested? I wonder. Comic Book One says, Ethan, what will be the first couple of campaigns for Back Me Bro? That's coming up. Back Me Bro is like 2 weeks from now. Lynx, Elephant, correct. Red X closeout, let's fucking go. Yeah, I want to close out all of as soon as there's Back Me Bro is up. Lynx, I got like half of Lynx done. Elephant is completely finished, but I have to get a cover finished. I'm doing a bunch of things at once. Lynx and Elephant are going to be the first ones. And then we're going to start closing down the Indiegogo campaigns and moving those.
Is everybody leaving Indiegogo? Is it over?
I hate
Are we
Indiegogo
back me
now.
broing? Are we back me broing?
Yes, I would like to. I mean, I hate Indiegogo. Here's the thing. One of the worst things about Indiegogo is, like, I'm so aloof to it. The original Indiegogo, every time you got a backer, they sent you an email.
Yeah.
You've received a backer on Elephant. They don't do that anymore. So you have no idea.
You don't know.
You don't know. You have to go check on all the campaigns individually to see if they moved.
That's pretty dumb.
It is really retarded. And then also, like, people can't update their addresses on their own. And they come to me like, I need my addresses updated. And I'm like, I don't know how to do it either. And then the other thing is, going in there, I go, all right, so we're about to, we're moving towards completion on Rainbow the Brute. How many copies of Rainbow the Brute, each cover, do I need to make? There's nowhere to find that. It's not on the site. Just simply, this cover, you need 400 of this. This one, you need 2,000. This one, they don't have it on the site anymore. It used to be.
Wait, is that gone?
Yes, it used to be so easy.
Oh, no. I really relied on that tab. That tab was super helpful. They didn't tell me that was going away. Shit. I'm going to have to manually go through like 1,500 orders to figure out what... Oh, I'm fucked. Wait.
It is shit. It is dog shit. Now, they've ruined the entire site.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, okay, we'll deal with it when Back Me Bro is up, and then we're going to go through each campaign one at a time. But until then, like, it's so sad. Like, I really loved Indiegogo. I preferred it to Kickstarter, and they ruined it. I mean, they just ruined it.
Eric Weathers, Letterer to the Stars, is in the chat. Thank you, Eric, for all your hard work. I know I'm
Eric Weathers?
A pedantic. I request a lot of changes from the lettering, and he accommodates me. He's actually. It's like actually shocking how accommodating he is. I'm sure the whole time he's going, fat fuck wants me to change a punctuation mark one fucking thing to the right. God fucking damn it. I know it's too much, but
he's good with that. He's a pro. Gordy86 says, what happened to your trebuchet emoji? Get rid of all these people. I don't remember having a trebuchet emoji. Donkey Who says, Vito's right about your aspect ratio.
Should get a second monitor.
Dr. Fauci's Pardon Prison Blood says, Vito, are you actually from Amherst? I'm from Arlington. I always thought you were a Say Sudbury boy bullied by his hockey dad.
I'm from Amherst, Massachusetts. Are you thinking of that Amherst? Arlington. Isn't Arlington?
Is that dollar sign meant to be a G?
Arlington's in Texas. What are you talking about? Is there an Arlington, Massachusetts? Oh, it is. Where's Arlington? Have I been to Arlington?
Arlington Cemetery.
Oh, that's over near Boston. Yeah, no, I'm a Western Mass boy.
Yash Matar says he was fucking with ice or something. Oh, good.
I grew up next to Northampton, the birthplace of the TMNT and the current home of the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund.
Did you see Colorado's GOP 2nd District candidate is a 27-year-old goth massage therapist? I support a goth caucus. That's Tommy Reviews.
A gawkus, as we call it.
Yeah. Is it a girl? First, you're not clarifying that it's a woman. 27-year-old goth massage therapist. If it's a woman, could be interesting. And she's GOP? I don't know, man. I don't trust these people. Like, there's this one YouTuber who's like, he's supposed to be really based, but he dresses like the, remember Vito's son in The Sopranos after Vito got killed and he became this, like...
God. Yeah. Was that Vito's son who had the dog collar and he was pooping in the shower?
Yeah. Like, there's a YouTuber that looks just like that kid and he's just
Is it Tipster? Is it Tipster?
I don't know if it's tipster, but he's like based, but it's like the whole gimmick is I wear black lipstick and shit, and it's like and it's a guy. I'm not getting into that. Pramvat Gulati says, "Can you tell Vito I'm Chuck Dixon, please, Skoiba?"
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
Where'd that kid even get black lipstick in the fucking Soprano? Like, wouldn't your mom go, "You're not wearing that to school? What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yeah. Vito wasn't a lolcow yet. Storm 11 RU says, "Get it together, Vito. Act normal like you're doing now."
I'm trying. Nobody just give me an opportunity to act normal. I tried so hard and got so far. But at the end, it doesn't even matter.
Tommy Review says, "Yes, she is a woman." Okay, good. Is she hot?
Oh, okay.
You know.
My old friend Tipster is now a trans lady, and I don't know how to deal with it.
EVS wore black lipstick. I've never worn... Well, I can't say never. I think I did wear lipstick once.
I don't know how I made it through high school without... I always remember being like, I should do the goth thing. I bet I would enjoy it. But I think even then I realized a fat goth is the most pathetic thing in the world, right?
No, it's normal. Like that's fine.
I know,
like,
but
if you're
like
fat, you can get laid if you're goth with goth girls.
But the skinny goths, you go, well, that makes sense because you're like vampires, you know. But like a fat goth, you go, well, you're drinking too much of the blood. Knock it off, fat goth.
I think it's cool. You can have presence. You know what I mean? If you carry yourself the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can be like, I am Lord Vito.
You're a vampire baron, who's been running roughshod over the rest of the town. Yeah, okay.
It's all about women. Women don't necessarily respond to. I know that, like, you know, guys are visual. We want chicks to be hot. Women really respond to how men carry themselves more than anything else. And you know, it's like there's truth to that. Like, you can look however you look. People go, "How did you marry hot chicks?" Because both of my wives are like very attractive. It's because of me. Look how awesome I am. I carry myself a certain way, Vito, and I trick them. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it is. You possibly would have to be completely different. Like, you'd need a complete personality transplant. But like, you could possibly get a hot chick if you were Lord Vito, goth reptile vampire of
Lord of the Reptile Kings.
Yeah, it would be good.
That's from Subterraneous 6.
EVS carries himself via hover round. That's right. My chat is awesome. Yeah, it's all about confidence. That's right, Past Master. And it's all about confidence. Like, you can look like this as long as you're confident.
Do you remember when we had that Jewish vampire on The Biggest Problem? Now, that guy had a style. The guy who made the Holocaust Museum in Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that guy really... Now, that was a fat goth that I can get behind. What was that guy's name?
Well, we got a lot of troublemakers. Did you see the kid who put a picture of baby Hitler in his middle school yearbook?
I saw them going like... I don't know why they always pull the yearbook. I go, put a sticker over it. What do you care? Put one of those stickers that you can't rip off easily, and you go, yeah, there. Actually, force the kid... He had what, a baby Hitler picture? What would be the opposite of baby Hitler? It's like
adult Hitler.
Adult? No. It'd have to be like a baby famous Jewish guy.
Let me think here. Epstein? Baby Jeffrey Epstein?
Baby Steven Spielberg. That's his baby picture now.
Oh.
The most famous Jew of them all. I heard his new movie is bad.
Oh, the new UFO movie?
You saw Supergirl, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I thought you were going to invite me on to review it with you, but you never did. I was like, what?
We could maybe talk about. We should maybe have like a discussion or something. Like set up a talk. I mean, you have DC. You have DC expertise. DC expert, comic artist Ethan Van Sciver.
I got a nice. I got a nice. What are these called? Coffee chat here. Now this is interesting, Vito. You know, I'm not in the military, so this escapes. Like I'm like, I know this is military code here, but I can't figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know that if I were, you know, in the military, I'd probably be able to decode this message, but I'm not in the military. So it says Vito is in November, India, Golf, Echo, Romeo, Foxtrot, Alpha, Golf, Oscar, Tango. Now, if anybody
what you do is you gotta turn it into binary.
Mm-hmm.
So what it says is Vito is A, and then N would be to the second power. So you got to move golf over. Great guest. Okay.
Oh, it was a great guest.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Vito is gay.
Yeah, I appreciate that. How much is it? Wait a second. I got to see how much money they gave me for that. It's probably like $2 too, just to say that. It's retarded. Why can't people just be nice to Vito? Oh, $10. Never mind. Keep sending that shit. All right, Fego, I'm gonna block you, Fego. You put the N-word in the chat. What is the matter with you? That is an outrage. We don't say the N-word. You know, Vito, the N-word was used to systemically denigrate and dehumanize an entire race of people. Guess which race? For centuries, the N-word was. So we don't use that word because we don't want people to feel bad about the fact that, they're...
We don't want to perpetuate institutionalized racism.
No, definitely not. I don't want to do that. Tommy Reviews says, I also started Bates Motel. I was going to say we don't want them to feel bad that they're N-words. I also started Bates Motel, which I never watched. I lulled Norman is played by the autistic good doctor, which spurred down the Asian Chad doctor. Bates Motel is a great show. You haven't seen it? You didn't watch Bates Motel? That is an awesome show.
I downloaded Bates Motel, but it was just a bunch of gay guys on a couch. So,
that was
Hotel.
Master Bates. I made that mistake too. I was like,
it was on the streaming service. Oh well.
Yeah, that was good, man. It was a good show. Because if you're a fan of Psycho like I am, you watch Norman Bates. He starts out as a normal kid in that show. And then guess what happens to him? He becomes a total psycho by the 5th season. And he starts fucking his mom's corpse and stuff. Like, that's in season 4.
As you do.
Alert. You dig up your mom's body.
Didn't they make an Ed Gein movie not that long ago?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Because he's the guy Psycho's based on, man. He was making lampshades out of people and shit.
Yeah, because, he got that idea from the Nazis. He was a big fan of...
Himmler?
What's his name? Hitler.
Goebbels?
Yeah.
No, but wasn't the guy who made lampshades one of the camp guys?
It was a woman. It was like Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS. I saw that movie too. She had big titties.
Did you ever watch the documentary about how they smuggled Dr. Scholl out of Nazi Germany and put him to work for American feet?
I never seen that. What is that?
Yeah, Dr. Scholl's those medicated inserts. He was a Nazi doctor. And he experimented on Jewish children's feet to try and develop the perfect arch, the perfect balance.
How'd it work?
And then perfect. I mean, you can still get Dr. Scholl stuff today. So Operation Paperclip, they got Dr. Scholl out. And he did the foot powder and the fucking arches for the shoes and stuff. He's one of the great gets, but they don't want to talk about how he mutilated Jewish children to develop those inserts.
I had no idea that that was a Nazi product. Dr.
It's
Scholl's
crazy.
Foot and shoe inserts.
Him and Werner Braun, who was in that video showing how to make rocket ships for Walt Disney loved that guy. You ever watch that video where Werner Braun is with Walt Disney? He's like, we're going to make rockets to the moons. And you go, what were you doing in 1946? And he's like,
don't worry about that. Yeah. Why bring up old shit? Like, that's what I would say. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I were Albert Speer, I'd be like, why bring up old shit? Look at what
these
I'm
days. You couldn't get a Nazi on TV. I don't think. I think they'd have a problem with it.
Are there any left? Are there any old school? I mean, there've got to be some of the Hitler youths.
Hitler youths, yes, but
there've got to be some Hitler youths.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I saw
more
some
camp guards.
No camp guards. Yeah, they're like the Israelis hunted them down, like kicking indoors of like 98-year-old men, and
it was a bit much. Where you're like, if you didn't get him before, I think if you don't get the guy before he turns 98, you just go
I'd say, isn't there like a statute of limitations on like war atrocities and genocide? Like, seriously,
Yeah.
it's been like 70 years. I'm not bothering nobody. I'm sitting here watching TV and shitting in my pants. Like, what the hell? I'd say, was ist das? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Albert Speer was the most interesting one. They have a whole did you watch the movie where it's like the Nuremberg trials? I think it was like part documentary, part dramatization. And Albert Speer was this only. All the other Nazis were like, "Listen, we didn't know what was going on. It's not our problem. It was war." And Albert Speer is the smartest guy around. Just gets on the stand and he goes, "I feel really bad about what we did." And everybody's like, "Okay, all right." He's like, "Guys,
Finally.
I got to be real. I'm not happy about
Not
all
cool
those
with
Jews
it."
we killed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. If I knew that was happening, I would have been like, cut it out."
Yeah.
Okay. And
I seen him
got
on
like
a
the
World
lightest
War.
sentence.
Yeah, there's a documentary called "The World at War" that came out in 1978. It's really good. I have a nice box set of it. Albert Speer
Yeah.
was still alive, and he participated as a talking head in the World at War. In that
Dude, yeah, he
documentary.
got out. He got out of Nazi
like-
prison after like 10 years. And then he just got to like be Albert Speer and be like, "Yeah, me and Hitler were coming up with some cool buildings, man."
It's like, would you like to see? Why don't you come into my den and let me just show you my plans? Because, I mean, honestly, hey, listen, I'm no Mr. Brady as an architect, but
Right.
let me show you a little something here. And you go into it, and it's like all these fucking coliseums with swastikas and eagles and shit.
Yeah.
You're just like, I gotta hand it to the guy, like,
Oh man, you watch that movie Downfall, and Albert Speer and Hitler are like looking at what they wanted to build for Germany right before they go into the bunker, and you go, "Well, that would have been pretty cool, man." I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, "Oh, that is a hell of a town that we're building there."
Yeah, I mean, it just it could have been better. Like, I do feel bad that like things went the way they did. Like, I'm glad that like the Nazi regime, they put a stop to it and everything. I'm glad that they were able to stop all the genocide and stuff. But at the same time, like, I don't know, man. Some of the architecture was really nice, and they did have a nice plan. They were really proud of themselves as Germans. People are mad at me. I've had ideas like that. I've had ideas like to be inspiring. I told DC Comics, I said, if I go to San Diego Comic-Con in 2009, you know how people have those, you pull them up, but they're like, what do they call it? They're banners behind you, but you pull them up and then you set them up at conventions. And it might look like this towel here. You know what I mean? It might say Cyberfrog, Ethan Van Sciver.
Well, it's a banner. Yeah,
It's a banner, but you
show
pull it
display.
up. Show display. I told DC I had I wanted 2 of these behind me for San Diego Comic-Con, like right here, like this. And this is, by the way, these are SJ.
Yeah.
I wanted 2 big red banners that look like this. It's just my signature.
That's just me. It's good old E.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is not, I know it says Van Sciver Uber Alles. It means
It's
Van
got a
Sciver.
cool like Hydra look to it, like the Serpent Society. A little bit of it's exciting.
So I wanted 2 of those, like 1, 2 on either side of me,
Yeah.
like behind my table. You come up to me, and if you're coming from this way, you go, "That's Ethan Van Sciver. He's above all."
Right.
And then, coming from this way, Ethan Van Sciver, better than everything. Like, that's
What
it
might be
means.
cool also is like if people are working at the booth, you want to know like who's staff because sometimes they get confused. So if they had like an armband, and then I could go, "Oh, that's a guy." I could be like, "Hey, can I get a couple books?" That would be
Yeah.
helpful, like a name badge. But
You work
wrap it
with
around.
Yeah, Ethan Van Sciver.
Yeah. Oh, you're one of Ethan's guys. All right, helpful.
Donkey Who says, "Did you finish Obsession, EVS? I thought it was a great accomplishment on that budget and a genuinely good script production. What did you think?" I thought it was woke shit. Slop. Hollywood fucking woke slop shit. I
still
loved
haven't
it.
seen it. I still
I
haven't
loved
seen it.
Obsession was great. It's basically the monkey paw story.
Right.
Where you get one wish and be careful what you wish for because, that wish is going to come true. Now, the actress was so good. She's a pretty girl, but she's not like a 10. She's like somebody who might be your friend who's very attractive. When she is under the spell, when she becomes, let me spoil it for you, Vito, okay?
She becomes
Guy says-
obsessed, I believe.
Yeah, that's
Go
what it's
ahead.
about.
Yeah.
The guy, like, he, you know, it's me and you, okay, and then we have two female friends that we go out. They're nerds. We play trivia. One of them's really attractive. Now, secretly, you're fucking her, okay? But but it's not a real thing. It's a casual thing. You're casually fucking her. But to me, she means the world to me. Like, I'm in love with her, but she's just my friend. And I'm talking to you like an idiot and going, I want to ask her out. I really want to just tell her how I feel. And you're like, just tell her. Meanwhile, you're fucking her. You look like a Hasidic Jew today. So you're stupping her. You're stupping this goyle. And I'm coming to you for advice. Anyway, Vito, I go to some kind of magic shop, and there's a little gimmick there. It's like, open this up. It's a wish. Break the stick and a wish, and then you'll get
wish will
one
come
wish.
true.
He wishes. He goes, I wish that she would love me more than anyone in the world, or anything in the world. And what it ends up doing is it kind of like breaks her brain. It replaces her with like a demon. She still exists somewhere else. It takes her soul away. But this person now is absolutely obsessed. She'll please him in every way possible, but she's also fucking crazy. She digs up his dead cat and presents it to him like it's a shrine to your cat, and then cooks the cat and gives it to him as a sandwich for
what
work.
The fuck? Wait,
because
oh my god.
The best part of it is, like, I'm watching this. There's some good moments, but she's also extremely jealous. Why don't you love me? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. She's a great actress. But the best part is when he's like, I got to go to work. And she's like, you're leaving? You're going to work? Okay, it's fine. You can go to work. And he turns around to leave. And she's taking fucking tape. She's taped up the door completely. Like it's fucking electric tape. So he turns around and he's like, pulls open the door. I'll be back. And pulls the door open. And she's like this. Okay, see ya.
Dude.
And she stays there.
Yeah.
Hold on. She stays there like that the entire time he's gone. She pees herself onto the floor. She shits on the floor because she hasn't moved. She's like waiting for him to come home. And then when he comes home, she's eating her own shit. She's got it all over her face. And she's like, I'm glad you're home. It is a really great movie, man. It is really good. At first, I was like, Andrea, you're gonna like this, and she, I don't think she would have liked it. Come to think of it, she said, "Is it scary?" I said, "Probably not scary. It's like a Twilight Zone episode." Vito, it's really, really, really good. You should see it. You should definitely go watch it.
Yeah, now I want to see it. I wonder if is it still in theaters. I think. Yeah, it must.
It's on. I just bought it on cable.
You bought it on? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I paid, I was waiting for it. So it cost $20 to download it onto my cable, whatever it is.
What is it about horror movies that you can just film people being nutty for like a couple $1 million and make like $300 million? Everybody wants to make horror movies now because of that. Backrooms. That Backrooms movie is the same thing. Cost nothing to make and they make $1 billion.
You need a good idea. That's all it is. It really is. If you can come up with a good idea to fuck with people's minds, you can make a lot of money with nothing, with no, these people. See, the thing is, Disney and Warner Brothers are spending hundreds of millions of dollars to make pieces of shit like Supergirl. Which
Supergirl did not need that budget. Is all what was weird about Supergirl is the stuff where she's just on Earth and being like, man, being on Earth's kind of hard. I was like, I kind of want to watch that movie now. I don't want to watch her running around space saving little girls from space pedophiles.
Yeah.
Kind of want a Kryptonian arriving on Earth and being like, this is fucking weird. Being an alien is weird. I don't know, man. I was intrigued by that stuff. But then they just tried to make a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And it was
Supergirl was
intriguing.
It just wasn't really for anyone. I mean, I could complain about Supergirl. I mostly had a good time watching it because I like movies. But I mean, the reality is with this and with comics and with everything, with all entertainment right now, you don't have to blow their minds with spectacle. You have to fuck their brains with a cool idea that brings them into the theater. Because most people don't want to go to the theater. They don't want to. They'll wait for
Yeah,
that.
you really need a hook.
You need a hook. You need to be like, what's that guy's name from the 1950s who had almost no money but a great title and a great movie poster? Would get him in. Hitler.
Yeah.
He would get him.
He had no money but
50s.
a great idea. Oh, sorry, the 50s. That was close.
The 50s. What's the guy's name? He directed the Fantastic Four movie in the 90s.
Roger Corman.
Roger Corman.
Yeah.
Here's a guy who, he would just sit there and go, I got $50, but I got a good idea and a movie poster and a title.
Dude, Death Race 2000, I used to have a poster hanging in my room. I love that movie. You ever watch that one? With the
remake I watched.
Stallone. You got to watch the original with Stallone, his Machine Gun Joe, and he's just got a car with a giant knife on the front of it. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, Mr. Machine Gun Joe, the race hasn't started yet. He's like, fuck it. He drives right through a guy's nuts with this giant knife on the front of his car. And the guy goes, And you go, how could you not watch that movie?
Yeah, I'd want to see that.
Oh, you got to see it. David Carradine as Frankenstein, the horribly disfigured racer. But then he takes off his mask. And he goes, the mask's just a gimmick. I'm a good-looking guy.
The remake was really good, too. I think.
Was it?
Yeah, I watched that 20 years ago. But, it's just a good idea. That's all you need to do. Just make it. I'm in
a movie coming up, Ethan. I'm in a trauma movie.
That figures. What is it?
Yeah. Well, we all are familiar with Poultrygeist, Rise of the Chicken Dead, about zombie chickens that come to life and kill people. I am in the exciting sequel, Poultrygeist 2, and we'll be having its premiere, I think, in LA next month. I get one line, and I don't even know if I delivered it convincingly. The Henpire Strikes Back, Poultrygeist 2. I'm excited. Dawn of the Chicken Dead. Dawn of the Chicken Dead.
What was your line? You want to try to do it?
I was Bill Gates, or a Bill Gates type character, has kidnapped all the major fast food icons, and the only holdout is Colonel Sanders. And for some reason, he needs Colonel Sanders' chicken recipe. But it was me as I was next to a girl who was dressed as Wendy, a guy who was the Burger King, and I played the great Ronald McDonald, dressed as a clown. And we're begging Colonel Sanders to just give up his chicken recipe so we can be free. And I look over to him and I go, "Come on, man, quit clowning around."
Okay.
I did not write this movie, Ethan.
No, that was good.
That was my line. That was my line. I sold it as I could. Wasn't a lot of improv on the set.
I like.
Quit clowning around.
We'll call you. I liked it. I thought
I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays on. I think this could be my big breakout role.
Yeah, I would like it to be. You're gonna have to find something because biggest problem in the universe is dead, and you killed
Gonskis.
Gone. And I mean, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen Dick Masterson. Dick Masterson was like oh man, he was like a bear with its leg caught in a trap. He was trying to chew off his leg to get away from you. They actually say that about women. They say there's a certain type of woman that's so ugly that you sleep with her. And you wake up and you look at her, your arm is behind her head, and you'd rather chew off your own arm than move your arm because it might wake her up. And
maybe I got a future.
Yeah.
Maybe my future is in movies.
Well, I thought that was a good delivery of the line. I did think that was pretty good. Thank you.
I also just filmed a short sketch with Jay Johnston. The voice of Jimmy Pesto from Bob's Burgers until he was arrested for storming the Capitol and had to be pardoned by Donald Trump.
So let's hear a little of action.
What, from that?
Yeah.
It was silent, so unfortunately I had no lines. I dressed up as the foreman and I held a clipboard and I went, I got to get these guys back to work. I'm like, look at this schedule here. Come on. So you're going to get a lot of good comedy out of me there.
Okay. Let's, you and me. Hold on a second. Let's
analyze the beginning of the end.
No. I just think you and me can run a scene together.
Oh, we're gonna run a scene. Oh, this is great. Yeah, bring it up.
Okay.
You want to do Glengarry Glen Ross?
No. Hold on a second here.
I think you would be a great. What's his name? Coffee is for closers.
Yeah. Okay. No, we're gonna do a scene. I got a better one. I just found a script.
Okay.
To do.
We'll table Glengarry.
Yeah.
Let's do an all Comicsgate production of Glengarry Glen Ross. That would be great.
It might be good. Instead,
Ethan goes, yeah. Okay.
we're gonna do Boogie Nights. Now, I'm going to be Jack. Okay.
Yes.
You're going to be Dirk Diggler. So your role.
I'm a pornography actor.
Well, not yet. This is before.
This is before. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get this centered on the screen a little bit bigger. Okay, so I got the first line here. I am Jack. You are Dirk. And are you ready?
So my motivation is I want the job. I'm a little nervous. Is that it?
Your motivation is you currently are about to meet a big-time film director. That's me. You're a young man who is, you're working as a waiter in a cocktail bar. And this guy, is asking you for a job. He's going to ask you for a job. Or ask to give you a job.
I'm Dirk. I'm the boss here.
No, you're the guy.
You're the boss. I'm the guy.
The boss.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
How old are you?
I have a work permit. I got the paper.
No, not like that. How long have you worked here?
A month.
Maurice give you a job here?
Yeah.
How much he pay you?
I'm not supposed to say how much I make.
He's a friend of mine.
Well, you'll have to ask him.
You live around here? Canoga? Reseda?
Nah. Do you know where Torrance is?
How do you get here?
I take the bus.
So what do you want to do?
What?
Well, you take the bus from Torrance to work in Reseda. Why don't you work in Torrance?
I don't wanna.
Okay.
So you want 5 or 10?
What?
If you want to watch me jack off, it's $10. If you just want to look at it, then it's 5.
Guys come in, ask you to jack off for them, ask to see it.
Yeah.
Have you done it tonight?
Couple times.
And you can do it again?
If you want, you get $10.
I'm Jack.
Eddie Adams.
Eddie Adams from Torrance. I'm Jack Horner, filmmaker.
Really?
I make adult films, erotic pictures.
I know who you are. I read about you in a magazine. Inside Amber, Amanda's Ride. You made those?
So you know me. You know I'm not full of doggy doo-doo.
Yeah.
So why don't you come back to my table, have a drink, meet some people?
I'd love to, but, I'm working.
You need money. You have to pay the rent.
No, I mean, I need money. But I don't pay rent. I live at home.
Tell me how old you are, Eddie.
17.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
Bam!
That's good, man. You're a 17-year-old piece of gold, Vito. 17-year-old piece of gold.
I'll jack off for money. Give me money and I'm jacking off for you. Give me that jack off money.
Oh my God! No wonder Vito hates God. Oscar So White has been cock blocking his ascension.
I think it was a very natural reading I did there.
You did good.
Thank you.
Very good. Lisa Lyons says, "Come on, Uncle E. Let's move on to the trash. Dump this loser." Well,
almost as good as Glengarry. One of the classic scenes. I'm only 17. Jacking it for money. Oh, everybody's saying it was not terrible. Thank you.
yeah, people liked it. All right, so that was very good. Vito, thank you for being here with us tonight. I'm going to let you go so we can move on to stuff that you're not interested in. But, man, I had fun talking to you as usual.
Hey, I love seeing you guys. Don't forget, Super Killer is on the way. All the backers. I'll have an update on Indiegogo maybe tomorrow. Show you guys where we're at, what we got. And take care of yourself. Believe in yourself. Love each other. And Albert Speer was just a misunderstood guy.
Genius.
That's the end of it.
Genius.
Yeah.
All right.
And Dr. Scholl was a bad guy who made some good stuff. Look it up.
Me too. All right. Very good. Thank you, Vito. Hey, guys. Vito and EVS for biggest problem co-host. Now, Elizabeth Lyons goes, ew. I'm going to listen to Elizabeth Lyons. I'm not going to listen to anyone else. I trust Elizabeth Lyons. She's a normie. She knows what she's doing. Tommy Reviews. The modern take throws me off, but so far, so good. Michael Fetter show says, hey, EVS, the Phillies lost to the worst team in sports again. Oh, well, they tried. Who, the Mets? Who are they playing tonight? Are they back? Are they playing the Mets again? Man, the Phillies are like, they'll sit there and they'll beat like the Dodgers, but then they'll come back and lose to the fucking Mariners. It is crazy. Dr. Fauci's pardon in prison, but Ethan, I ordered Rainbow the Brew 2,028 days, 4 hours and 9 minutes ago. When am I getting the damn comic? I'm working on it. Twitter Studio says, Dr. Scholl's story is crazy, but how about the German guy that created Garanimals? Is that true? Did you finish Obsession? I did finish it. I liked it. I got more than my $5 worth on the Obsession review. Thank you. And I'll add, it's the first movie since E.T. to increase its box office haul for 3 consecutive weeks. Alas, I am still not Chuck Dixon. Well, what are you going to do? But it's not working.
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
Vito trying to slide in being a TRASHCAST co-host. Yeah, it's pretty good. I as repulsive as Vito is as a human being and annoying, I actually like bantering with him. He can talk. Let me see. Phillies were up against Canada's soccer team, says Hiroshima. Who are they playing tonight? I didn't even notice. The Phillies were playing against themselves? Oh, that's not nice. The Mets? Phillies weren't playing the Mets again. Over-under on Rainbow the Brute shipping 2026. I think it's going to. We're doing pretty good with Rainbow the Brute right now. Okay. Vito is fun and repulsive. Well, can we move on? Can we do, let me see. What do we got up here? We got the trans gunman. That's done. Most troll man. Oh, we got to do Vito. No, we don't. We talk to him. I don't care what Frog Tony has to say. Let's get back to doing Patrick S. Tomlinson. Here we go.
Is this what you did to your school teachers every time they proved you wrong?
Good night,
This
Hamilton
recording
Burger.
would become infamous in the Patrick S. Tomlinson story, being known as the Josiah tapes. The lawsuit would drag on, racking up costs on both sides until finally
Now, I mean, this whole thing was Patrick was trying to, in case you're late joining us, Patrick was trying to get a little bit of attention because of the trolls that were bothering him on the internet. So somebody who said they were from Huffington Post contacted him and did a very nice sting operation. They set up a fake email, everything very convincing. Interviewed him 4 long sessions. And then the 5th session, they revealed that they were just hoaxing him, called him a fat faggot with bitch tits, and he spurged out, and it was the most incredible 20 minutes of audio I think I've ever heard. That shut your fucking mouth was the highlight. I mean, to me, that was the pinnacle of it, like when he loses his temper. But it's really strange because Patrick, like in that tape, he goes from being Patrick and then something clicks and he becomes Mrs. Bates. He becomes his own mother. He becomes a sassy black woman. He's like, well, child, what exactly are you going to do with those? Yes, well, and it's the creepiest shit. Like, it's really, really bizarre. I mean, I can't overstate how weird it is. There's more.
Patrick dropped the case, with the pests assuming that he had run out of money to pay further legal costs. The trolls had been asking how Patrick could afford such a costly and ill-advised lawsuit, with most of them thinking that it was all paid for by the Sci-Fi Writers Association, which Patrick was a member of. Pests then started to investigate the SFWA to discover that the organisation had a pretty sordid past, with members being arrested multiple times for being child predators and other members being part of NAMBLA, which stands for North American Man-Boy Love Association. Some of the pests believe that SFWA stopped funding the lawsuit due to all of the dirt that they had dug up on the association, but I'm not too sure what the circumstances around this really are. What we do know is that the lawsuit was now over for Patrick and he had been defeated. But it wasn't over for the pests, so the owner of ONA Forums, whose username is Quasi, asked for his legal fees to be covered by Pat, which the court awarded. The amount awarded to Quasi seems to change a lot from the various different accounts of the story that I've seen, so I'm a little unsure about the correct figure, but the ranges that I've seen are between $40,000 and $80,000. Plus, when you take into account the amount spent on Patrick's side, this would end up being a very costly adventure for him. Patrick refused to pay the money to Quasi, which made the debt grow more and more over the years, but we'll come on to that later. One of the most well-known claims that Patrick makes is that he is an actual real-life tough guy who has been in countless bar fights and knife fights. You name it and he has done it. He also has a favourite bar where he likes to hang out named Hooligans. He would post about this bar regularly, so it has become a favourite target for pests who want to taint and defile everything that Patrick loves. One time a pest was messaging Pat and it was arranged that the pair would meet at Hooligans bar, the implication being that a fight would take place between the two. The pest, to prove that this was a genuine offer, sent Patrick a real photo of his driving licence, which is a weird detail. The pest turned up to the bar, but sadly Patrick was nowhere to be found, instead opting to file a restraining order against this pesky troll. So only a few weeks after his failed lawsuit, Pat was back in court again, but this time he could actually identify the person that he was taking to court. Thankfully for us, there are audio recordings of these proceedings, with the cold, sterile nature of the courtroom making the details of this story seem all the more absurd. Patrick explains that a forum dedicated to some old comedians has been harassing him for years due to a tweet that he posted about another old comedian, and at one time this forum sent the police to his home as it was suspected that he was grinding up African American children and turning them into pepperoni.
I was kidnapping African American children and grinding them up into pepperoni in my basement, which they all thought was absolutely hilarious, didn't you?
It is funny, Pat.
Sir, don't do that.
One of the sticking points for this case was that Patrick claimed he had never threatened the pest, while the troll, who is named Andrew Nadowski, claims that Patrick did threaten him. So it was the judge's job to get to the bottom of this
So for those of
mystery.
you who don't know, Patrick is, of course, obnoxious. He's trolled by everyone. Somebody who wanted to make fun of him went to, I think Craigslist or something. I think it was Craigslist. And basically said, listen, my name's Patrick S. Tomlinson. I'm a local author, and I care about the homeless. I'm going to be giving them pepperoni to feed them. I make this homemade pepperoni, and I make it out of the ground-up flesh of dead black children. And they call it the N-word Roni. N-word Roni. And so the cops had to come to his house to see if there were black children in his basement that he was grinding into pepperoni. That joke stuck around for a long time, and Pat really hates that. He was very unhappy. He said, you just thought that was so funny, didn't you? Yes, that is funny.
Having any contact with him at all.
I'm not going to make excuses for myself. It was, I would call it silliness, one night of silliness. And after he threatened me, then basically I went to the bar just to see if he was going to follow up on his threats.
I did not threaten you, sir. You're simply lying.
They're in the text messages.
So, what is the threat you say that he sent you?
Like I said, that 911 wouldn't be there as an emergency just for cleanup. Presumably to clean me up off the sidewalk or something. I'm not sure exactly what he meant with it, but it sounded pretty threatening to me.
Sounds like a threat to me.
And how did he send you that?
Over text message.
Yeah.
Sir, did you send a text message to that effect?
No, I did not. I have all the texts right here.
Don't lie, Patrick.
Do you have a copy of this text message, sir?
On my phone, yes.
Do you have your phone with you?
Yes.
Can you bring it up?
Firstly, the judge asked Patrick to read out the text message thread between the two.
Read it aloud.
Okay. Hi, my name is Andrew Nadolski, and I think you're a fat faggot and a possible pedophile who should be bullied until suicide. Have fun being a middle-aged loser whose entire life revolves around with Twitter and your shitty books. See you at Hooligans. I don't have a social media presence, but my name is in fact Andrew Nadolski, and I have a bone to pick, child. It's amazing how you haven't learned a lesson in 3 years. You are the same in-denial asshole that you always were. Misspelling. If you were to offer an honest and candid look into your life and take responsibility for why you are who you are and what you're shit on O&A. O&A is short for Obi and Anthony, which is the group in question here.
He then asked Andrew to read out his messages.
So what did you say to him? What do you say your text was?
I said, where are you at? I want to buy you a beer. And then he said, you have been instructed to cease contacting this phone number. Continuing to do so constitutes felony telephone harassment. Do not contact this number again. I said, I just want to say hi, little baby child.
The judge has got to be like, little baby child, what?
See you soon. First class ticket to prison, stalker, is what he said. And I said, oh baby child, please do. I love prison. Keep 911 on speed dial. Happy to accommodate you, stalker. And then I said, you there, little baby child? And he said, don't need to, stalker. You won't be an emergency, just clean up.
Wow.
So you're saying you didn't send that text?
I do not remember sending that text.
Lying.
I remember telling him repeatedly to cease contacting me. And when he continued to do so after that, he knew he was committing a crime. He did so anyway.
So it turns out that it was in fact Patrick that was lying. The judge rightfully found the situation very confusing, so asked Andrew why he was contacting Patrick.
Mr. Nadolski, what is the connection to him?
I'm sorry?
What is the connection to Mr. Tomlinson?
He's just a bizarre internet personality that he's a very unlikable person, and his telephone number was available on the internet, and while it probably would have been better for me to use a public platform like his Twitter to tell him what I thought of him, for whatever reason that night I thought it would be, I'm not going to say I thought it would be appropriate, but I did text him.
You know what? I mean, I respect the honesty of this guy, Andrew Nadolski. Big Dick Andrew, they call him on O&A, because he just, he went in there. He's just being direct and honest. He's like saying, he's not justifying what he did. He's saying, yeah, it was immature, but here's what I said. Why did I say it? I don't know, because I just really hate this guy. And the judge is responding. The judge just wants honesty. The judge just wants the facts. He's being honest while Patrick is lying and dissembling and justifying and trying to evade the truth. And that's, I think, that worked out in Andrew's favor.
What do you mean he's a bizarre internet presence? What does he post about?
He seemed to think that this Opie and Anthony fan group follows him for no reason, that he was picked at random. But he has a bizarre habit of consistently feeding the trolls and escalating conflicts.
Who does that sound like?
He constantly sends people threats. He is just in general an abrasive personality.
That's right.
So you just picked him out at random?
Well, no, I've been kind of looking at his internet presence for maybe a few months. I'm not sure how long.
And what type of forums does he post on?
He posts on Twitter mostly.
About what? I guess I'm not understanding. So you like what types of things? I'm just trying to figure this out. This isn't making any sense. So what are you saying you saw that you thought I'm going to call him up?
I mean, he has years-long history of just the way he engages people is bizarre. Like with the text messages I read off, I keep calling him child, little baby infant. That's how Mr. Tomlinson talks. And that's how he engages with people that he doesn't like. He talks in a very bizarre way. He, in general, just can't let any conflict go without getting the last word.
In the end, the judge sided with the pest and the restraining order was declined, with the judge being quoted to say that this was one of the dumber things he has ever heard in court, all while Patrick is trying to argue with him.
That is not what occurred.
That's what I interpret that text to mean.
Argue with the judge.
Sir, that's what I interpret the text to mean. I think basically there was, again, well, I don't understand why you reach out and do this. This makes no sense. This is one of the, I'll be quite blunt, this is one of the dumber things I've heard in this courtroom. To some extent, what we really have here is a very limited contact. I don't like you. Do you want to fight? I'll kick your ass. You accept the invitation.
Yup.
Sir, I did not.
For some mind-numbing reason, he comes here for the fight, which thank God doesn't happen.
Sir, I did not invite him to come here. I did not invite to fight him. That did not occur.
Sir, what you said was, I won't need 911. I think...
That is after he had already threatened me.
I understand that.
That is after he had already said he was going to come and confront me. I did not say I wanted to fight him.
I think basically what happened is, someone offered to fight, someone accepted the fight, thank God it didn't happen.
No, that is not what occurred.
On that limited basis, I'm not going to grant harassment injunction. Based on what we have, I'm not going to grant this. Case is dismissed for that reason.
Pretty much the exact same thing did happen again when a pest named Dan Mullin went to Hooligan's Bar and posted photos of two dolls that he had made in the same position as Pat's ex-wife sitting on the knee of her future husband. Patrick again tried to get a restraining order, with the judge again denying it. Things hadn't been going very well for poor old Patrick, so he decided that he needed to make a change and have a place on the internet away from the pests who were plaguing his every move. So he set up a blog about cars under the name Torque Wheeler. On this blog, he stated that his father was a travelling oil salesman and that his mother used to stitch car seats, which I'm guessing explains his love of cars. Finally,
Barb
now,
Rogers,
he had
thanks
a
for
place
5
to relax and
memberships. Thank you.
unwind, where he could embrace his passion for motor vehicles. Sadly, shortly after he set up the blog, Torque Wheeler posted a photo of his car, which was known to trolls. So soon this blog was flooded with pests who started to call him Pork Squealer. Then the blog just descended into what his Twitter account was. Patrick telling the stalker children that they will soon be going to prison. Another aspect to this story is that Patrick had had police called to his home 3 times.
I will be in the Milwaukee area this weekend. Says Just Batman.
Yeah,
go there. Go to the bar.
Something that Patrick was rightfully angry about. As far as I can tell, no group has taken responsibility.
The purposes of meeting him, that's all.
With the ONA forums claiming that Patrick may be doing it to himself for attention, but Pat is very forthright about blaming it on the forums, which, given all that has happened, seems like a fair assumption on his part. The 4th time this happened, an audio recording surfaced of the incident, with Patrick shouting at police officers, telling them to stop talking as they don't know anything, him explaining to them about the pepperoni story, and demanding that they never come back. The recording is pretty bad quality, but you can just about
His neighbor recorded this.
None of you have listened in 3 goddamn years! Shut up!
He's yelling at the police.
Thank you.
Thank you for shutting up. It's 2 in the morning on the streets outside his house.
He's more than once. That was the first time you guys came. I'm banging on my door middle night. We've been over this. Never come to this address again. Now, if I need any of you
I need any of you, I'll call you, he says.
We've been over this. I've talked to dispatch. I've talked to I've talked to your supervisors. I've talked to everyone. And you know what I was told at every point? Well, we don't handle that. You'll have to talk to this other person, talk to that other person. Well, I'm sorry, but we don't do that anymore. We don't take those kinds of calls anymore. Never come here again, any of you. I'm serious. This is the 4th time. 4. You could have looked it up. It's in your notes. I know it is. Go back to your spot right now. Look it up. Do the minimum of your jobs.
Do the minimum of your jobs. And never put me in handcuffs again.
Handcuffs again, idiots.
He said, never put me in handcuffs again, you fucking idiots.
Leave.
Leave.
And never return.
And never return.
We will be talking to your supervisor. All of you. Never come here again.
The recording is pretty long and hard to understand due to the bad quality.
Someone
so
should tell that crazy SOB he's not Chuck
Pat
Dixon.
explains to the police that he has been
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
Of crimes in the area, including burning down a local bar. From Patrick's side of things, he claims that the pests keep swatting him. But as far as I can tell, at this stage, it was more the police being called to do wellness checks or to investigate crimes rather than a SWAT team kicking down his door. But this did definitely start to happen later on in the story. There is video of him being restrained by a police during one of these fake
Look at his
calls,
mouth.
but I'm not too sure what time frame this is from, so I'll just include it here. It should go without saying that calling the police to somebody's home can be very dangerous and should never be done by anyone.
Here's Patrick swinging at the police.
No, you were not. You have not.
There he goes. He's swinging at him.
No, you're behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
So it's it's crazy because it's like, Patrick is like, Patrick would not be in confrontations with the police like this, where he's screaming and swinging at them and everything, and basically looking like a perp, looking like someone who needs to be in cuffs, if it wasn't for the fact that he's reacting so horribly to how he's being treated on the internet. And that's all this is. That's why I constantly give certain people advice, like, you have to ignore internet trolls. You have to ignore them, because the more food you give them by reacting to them, responding, getting angry, all this stuff, the more they'll be encouraged. Now, Patrick has never once ignored the trolls, ever. His phone number is widely available on the internet. You can text him, and you can text him weird shit, and he'll sit there and respond to you and tell you, enjoy prison, you're dead, and all this stuff. And that just encourages everybody to get. So before you know it, he's out of his mind, swinging at the cops, getting put in cuffs, everything. And he's like, Patrick truly is the victim of all this stuff. That's what's so funny about it. Like, he is the victim, but of tremendous abuse and harassment, and yet he just puts himself in the situation where he's now in cuffs. He's getting sued. He's doing this. He's doing that. It's really something else. He said, "All of you get your hands off of me." That'll work. Yeah, he thinks he's a writer.
We are just going to take a quick break from the timeline to look at some of Patrick's more interesting tweets, as it's a big part of his story. He is on Twitter continuously fighting with pests day after day, week after week, year after year. Whatever the season, Patrick can be found calling people stalkers, children, or hoping that they enjoy prison. I think it was around this time in the timeline that he stopped calling people children. I'm guessing that he realised how strange this sounded to onlookers. He has many trolls on Twitter, far more than I can list here, so I'm just going to go over a few that caught my eye. One of these accounts is called Patrick S. Toiletson and pretends to be Patrick's toilet, leading to Pat having to repeatedly tell his own toilet that it's going to prison. Another is called Patty Meatloaf, who pretends to be a female version of Patrick. Then we have Farty Tits Tomlinson, who just seems to post photos of Pat with cartoon farts on his chest. And
all of these
course,
people
Patrick
follow me.
even feels the need to reply to this account by telling him that he's going to prison. Another one is Carl W. Tomlinson, who pretends to be Pat's little brother and just posts silly things that Patrick always feels the need to answer to correct the record. Carl tweets, "Why wasn't arranging support and visitation the first thing you did after your child was born? What could have been more important, little sister? Such a failure of a woman. Enjoy frippery." To which Patrick replies, "That is the thing I did, stalker. I am not a woman, stalker, and you are not my little brother. You are a clinically obsessed criminal cyber stalker facing multiple felony charges for crimes against my family. This is why your life is already over. Enjoy prison." To which Farty Tits Tomlinson replies, "Uh-oh, looks like someone's got a case of the farty tits," alongside a doctored photo of Patrick with a cartoon fart going on his chest. Surprisingly, Patrick didn't reply to this tweet, but no doubt this stalker child will be enjoying prison one day very soon.
Prison enjoyer.
Back at the start of the conflict with the ONA subreddit, a user called FartPoop22 shared a badly drawn picture of Patrick drowning in a pool of urine, but asking for more while a small penis dangled above him. Patrick then shared this drawing to his main Twitter followers as an example of the harassment that he was getting, and argued with the trolls in the comments of this picture. This inability to just ignore such silly things was really the reason that the ONA subreddit first started to pay attention to him. One time, Pat posted that he had stopped in a nice little cave on a day out with a troll simply commenting, "Not so," to which Pat replied, "So, stalker, instead of just enjoying his nice day out that everybody knows that he had, he will waste his time replying to a troll who's clearly just trying to annoy him." Patrick replies to tweets on Christmas Day, New Year's Day, his birthday. No time is off limits for him telling the stalker children they'll be going to prison. There are just so many tweets that it's hard to know where to start, and it's normally presented to you out of context as it's just him replying to troll comments. Like this one. Pat says, "I'm not an incel. Had sex with my wife this week already." Or this little treat. "Can't multiply by zero, stalker. Enjoy prison." To which a user called Sci-Fi King replies, "You can actually. You're thinking about dividing by zero. It's no wonder your grades were so poor in school, and that no one respects you as an adult." Patrick then replies, "Wrong yet again, stalker. Enjoy prison." Then George Washington says, "You can't divide by zero, Patrick. You can multiply by zero,
Of course you
though.
can.
No wonder you failed so badly at school." Then someone pretending to be Patrick says, "No, stalker, you can't. This is why your life is already over, stalker. Enjoy prison." To which the real Patrick replies to the fake Patrick, "This is why your life is already over, stalker. Enjoy prison." It's not just replying to pests that make Patrick's Twitter account a fun place to be. His original tweets can be pretty absurd, like this one. Fun fact, #Ukraine. A water balloon filled with $1 of paint thrown at the periscopes can disable tanks as fast as a $150,000 Javelin missile. Please do have fun. Or this tweet that I have no idea why he posted, but here we are. Pat posted this for his young daughter to read when she grows up. "Dear daughter, I hope you have amazing sex with partners of your choice as soon as you are ready." Then we have the strange details of his Twitter account, like he feels the need to make it very clear that he doesn't wear underwear. He does this with no prompting and just really likes to tell people about his lack of underwear. He also feels the need to keep telling people that his wife is a cis woman and not a lesbian, and that she loves the D and is available to him whenever he wants. Patrick suspiciously likes to make it very clear that he is not a homosexual with tweets like this. "I'm not closeted stalker. I am quite straight and quite happy and comfortable with myself, my sexuality,
Him and
my
Liam are twins, so
masculinity,
speak
and my
Callan.
cis female wife. Things
Similar.
you can't say
Yeah.
about yourself, which is why you project your insecurities onto others. Oh, and by the way, enjoy prison." Patrick hitting us with the enjoy a prison at the end there. It seemed like he wasn't going to do it, but he knows what the fans are here for. He also tells weird, unnecessary lies a lot, like this tweet. I have all of those things too, child. And then much, much more. Also, I don't call myself an author. My publishers do. Night night. Some random internet user then replied, author is literally the first word in your Twitter bio. His Twitter does have a darker side, with Pat posting threats to people and showing off his guns and knives, implying that he's ready to use them on the trolls. Then there are the very graphic tweets that Pat does, that sadly I can't go over on YouTube, but he threatens or wishes very extreme acts to happen to people or their family members. This pattern of online delinquency isn't just confined to Twitter, and follows him to every platform that he uses. But Twitter is the main battleground on which the fight for the internet's soul is fought. And with that, let's get back to the main story.
I love this.
Even though Patrick had been claiming that pests were swatting his home, he decided to rent out half of the property as an Airbnb. Unfortunately for Patrick, the swatting would only get worse and worse, with him releasing footage of the police now actually entering his home with guns drawn. In one of these videos, Patrick was led out of his home by the police in the middle of the night. And as we already know that he doesn't like to wear underwear, the blurry footage caught him in a state of undress. The pests then set to work trying to decode the outline of his manhood, with them tracing around what could be seen on the pixelated footage. This micro drawing wasn't very flattering and was used to troll Patrick on Twitter, something that got under his skin a little more than normal, forcing him to reply over and over again to the stalker children to tell them that they're going to prison. This moment passed after a while, but Patrick being a laughing stock on Twitter is a lifelong affair. About a month later, he tweeted to claim that Tesla was not actually a car company but a subsidized emissions credit product, to which a community note was placed on the tweet stating that 3% of Tesla's revenue comes from these credits. This was then retweeted and Elon Musk himself posted a laugh emoji on this retweet. He was then mocked by a new crowd of people who liked Elon Musk, with Patrick calling them children and stating that the community note was fake, having been put there by his cyber stalkers. The next thing of note was when ONA wanted to attack the Sci-Fi Writers Association for fraud, due to them claiming that the association used members' funds to pay for Patrick's lawsuit. The owner of Kiwi Farms didn't like this for some reason, so a civil war broke out with ONA and Kiwi Farms both accusing the other of swatting Patrick. In March 2023, Patrick bought a water-resistant phone, then went swimming in the sea with the phone, which obviously broke it. So Pat began threatening to sue Samsung unless they replaced the phone due to him thinking there was fake advertising. In mid-2023, Patrick went on a media blitz, appearing on NBC News among other news outlets. In all of these appearances, Patrick's story was that he had now been swatted 42 times. The pests dispute this claim, stating that he is inflating the numbers, or that maybe he is swatting himself to get victim points. I honestly have no idea what the truth is here, but Pat does have footage showing at least 4 or 5 times this has happened. Plus, with how much he is trolled, I'm inclined to believe his version of events.
In 2018, science fiction author Patrick Tomlinson posted a casual tweet.
I simply said that I'd never personally found the comedian Norm Macdonald funny.
It caught the attention of online harassers who began swatting Patrick and his wife Nikki at their Milwaukee home.
I mean, that's not why.
Are still constantly harassed.
They've been texting us this interview.
And their harassers use voice synthesizers and other technology to mask their identity.
Maybe you should get a real job. Then again, you'll be able to learn a trade in prison.
He also appeared on many podcasts and radio shows around this time, pushing his message. The
Seems like
version
that's
of events
Patrick,
that Patrick
actually.
recounts in all of these appearances is that he was a normal guy just living a normal life when on one ill-fated day he posted a tweet to simply say that he doesn't find Norm Macdonald funny. Then out of nowhere, a group of deranged far-right extremists descended on him with the intention of making him end his own life. He states that this is a highly organised and well-funded, sinister international gang targeting him due to his political beliefs. He does also claim that the group is made up of jobless losers who live in their mum's basement, and on his Twitter he thinks that because he opposes Vladimir Putin, the whole thing is a Russian-backed operation to try and bring him down. So it's a little hard to figure out exactly what he believes when it comes to the trolls. In all of these interviews, Patrick paints the situation as him minding his own business when all of a sudden he was just flooded with vile trolls out of nowhere, and that he would only respond to them when they lied about him.
I'm a 40-year-old science fiction writer living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I enjoy the Packers, motorcycles, building models, and shooting guns.
Did you ever reply to any of the harassment on Twitter or on Reddit or anything like that?
Oh, I didn't. I never reached out to any of them. These are terrible people, and they're all criminals. They deserve to be in prison. But I would always respond when they would lie about me or lie about my family. That doesn't get to stand. You don't get to go out and slander and libel me without someone there to correct the record. Absolutely not. One of these stalkers had created a fake Craigslist ad that they put up in the local Milwaukee Craigslist in the free section, using my name, using my telephone number, using my real home address, and claiming that I was giving away free sausage to homeless people, which I had made out of the bodies of African-American children that I had kidnapped and ground up into pepperoni in my basement. The only responding I ever made to any of them was to correct the record. And that was it.
During this media blitz, a radio show called The Big John Holwell Show covered his story without Patrick appearing, so a week later a pest pretending to be Patrick called into the show and gave an interview where he took the opportunity to air some details about Patrick's life that Pat would rather not be in the public domain.
Patrick, welcome to Double DL. You heard us talking about you on Friday?
Yeah, I did. I heard you guys talking about this story, and I thought maybe that I'd try to tell you the full story. The tweet was 9/11/2018, and I've gotten texts, calls, harassments every single day since then. It turns out that there's this group of people called the Pests.
Yeah.
They got their start in radio from the Opie and Anthony show. I don't know if you've heard of that before.
Indianapolis, yeah, I've heard of them.
Okay, they were big in the early 2000s. They used to have these guys called the Pests, and they would attack radio hosts. Well, it turns out that Opie and Anthony ended, but the Pests are still there.
Patrick, you can't change history, but could you perhaps reevaluate your thoughts on Norm Macdonald, or is that off the table?
Well, I think it's kind of gone past Norm at this point. You know, these people have dug into my entire life. They found out my pregnant wife left me for my neighbor years ago and since turned it into a way to harass me just because I signed away the rights to my daughter. They even went to my high school and got my transcripts and found out that I had a 1.7 GPA in high school.
What are you planning on doing going forward?
Oh, well, I belong to a sci-fi group called the SFWA, and they loaned me $100,000 to try to sue these people. When we went to court...
I read that.
Yeah.
I read that the website wouldn't divulge who was posting. Yeah, that was a dead end for you. I remember that.
Right. So now I owe these people $40,000 of money I don't have.
I would say if you're within the sound of my voice and you're part of these wacky funsters that... Patrick, let it go. It's not funny anymore.
It's not funny anymore to do this
thank
to Patrick.
You for calling in. I appreciate it. I wish I had more time to talk, but I have to go. But best of luck to you in your future publishing efforts as well.
Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Really nice. I went over to O&A just to see what's going on. There is an example. What they do is they text him sometimes. Some people do. And they put it on Reddit, and then the people of O&A bring it over from Reddit and put it on, they find it on Reddit, they bring it over and put it on this forum. So here's like something that they might do. Okay, for example, let me see here. Yeah. Morning, lardass. Jake Raven is everything you want to be and aren't. Your older brother Kyle nailed every member of the cheerleading squad at Westfield. You're the runt of the litter, and a wee little man at that. And then he finds a picture of Patrick, and I think this is Patrick's younger brother. And you can see Patrick is 5'6", wearing lifts, and his younger brother is 6'0". There, 6'0". So it's and then Patrick responds, "You are a corpse, stalker, a dead body, cold and rotting on the floor. All that's left ahead of you now is decay until you are nothing but dust. This is how you killed yourself. This is the gun you," by the way, a zero here, "used to blow your dog shit brains out of your empty skull. Your mother cried tears of joy when she heard the shot. Why can't you be more like your fat dick brother? How did you swap the O and the zero? You died, stalker. You are a corpse. This is your death. Fat loser, never felt a boob in high school. Kyle felt the fattest ones. Enjoy rotting, stalker. Enjoy the maggots eating your putrefying flesh." And that's it. Like, that's... So, I mean, people just send him, text messages like that and drive him nuts. And it's usually, it'll be about something. Like, they'll find out something, they'll find a picture, and they'll just bring it up. They always kind of compare him to his little brother, who isn't a loser. And they... Patrick is getting more colorful, man. I've never heard... Like, I haven't checked in on O&A in a while. I haven't seen Patrick being that colorful in his responses in a while, so it's interesting.
Of the podcasts that covered this story was called The Pretend Podcast, who did many episodes
see if I can find
breaking
another
down
one.
the events. This podcast wanted to cover the story fairly, so firstly spoke to Patrick, with Pat being very happy with the coverage.
Oh, Jake
he got.
Raven
Then
is
the
his
host
cousin.
made the mistake of
Right. I
interviewing
didn't
a
know that.
pest named Dan Mullin, who gave the O&A side of the story. This outraged Patrick, as to him there is only one side of the story, so he began to attack the podcast host on Twitter, and this was where his media blitz ended. So he skulked back to the shadows on Twitter and Blue Sky. While all of this was going on, the owner of O&A Forums filed a motion against Patrick to hold him in contempt of court due to him not paying the debt that he owed. Despite this, Pat was still adamant that he was not going to pay these wicked trolls and blamed his lawyer in the original case for not giving him the correct advice. Another court date was set, and this time Patrick was going to win. As there is only one side to this story, surely the court would listen to what he had to say and find out that this was all just one big mistake. Patrick assembled a crack new team of lawyers to fight his case. Then when the date finally arrived, he just agreed to pay Quasi the amount he was due, and that was the end of that. Pat was still getting great information from his contacts on the inside, so found out one of the main trolls' names. The pest's username was Boomia, but his real name was actually Robert Prongay Jr. So Patrick posted this massive disclosure on Twitter in order to dox the man. That had been the bane of his life for such a long time. Alongside his name, this shadowy contact also gave him Robert's family history. So Robert was a man in his 50s and a father of 4, whose father was called Robert Mr. Softy Prongay Sr. He got the nickname Mr. Softy as he was an infamous hitman with links to the mob. While doing his hitman duties, he drove an ice cream truck and kept bodies in the freezer so that police found it hard to date the time of death. Mr. Softy was sadly killed by another ice cream truck driving hitman named the Iceman, who had a movie made about him. Patrick proudly posted this to his Twitter account, accompanied with a photo of Boomia. The photo was in fact of an actor from the hit TV show The Sopranos. Remember that Patrick claims to have an IQ of 140. It then seems that Pat did in fact pay Quasi the amount of $41,848.87, but still owed him much more due to all of the interest that had been accumulated on the debt. In October 2023, a massive milestone was reached. Patrick posted his 200,000th tweet. This tweet read, "Your life is already over, stalker. Enjoy prison." The next thing of note in the story happened in May 2024 when he was banned from talking at an authors convention. This was because another speaker at the convention named Leslie Varney wrote a letter to the organisers asking for Pat to be banned. She claims that he has in fact been stalking her, which is an interesting twist. As far as I can see, she is not a pest and is just some run-of-the-mill literary agent. You see, Leslie had come across Patrick's story and didn't believe that he was the victim of an organised far-right network of trolls financed by Russia, so she said so online. She claims that she then came under attack from Patrick and his online helpers who bombarded her social media with hateful comments such as calling her a moron, a mouth breather, evil, or an imbecile. In this letter, Leslie states that Patrick is also misogynistic and homophobic. She posted this letter to Twitter with Patrick commenting, "This is how you get sued into poverty, Leslie. You are mentally ill. Seek help."
always the
This
same.
no doubt didn't help his case when the convention was trying to judge if he was stalking her or not. Patrick and Leslie have now become bitter enemies who bicker on Blue Sky regularly, with Leslie calling him impotent and Patrick telling her that she should get a lawyer as she is going to be facing legal consequences. Another character in the Tomlinson sagas is named Jackie Singh. She claims to be an expert in online harassment and countering trolls on the internet. She even gives lectures about this topic to presumably paying customers, where she uses Patrick as her main example. I have watched one of these lectures and it's very reminiscent of watching Alex Jones broadcast in his prime. She lays out this very complicated network of organised trolls that are basically terrorists and working for some shadowy overlord. She is one of Patrick's main friends and helpers against the pests. I'm assuming that she is one of the reasons that Patrick thinks that this is all a far-right Russian psyop, as she also throws around this accusation towards anyone that disagrees with her online. Like Patrick, she also has a history of always replying to trolls no matter how silly the comment, and having her accounts banned for threatening people. Even though she claims to be an expert on the topic of internet trolling, she too reposted the claim about Robert Prongay Jr. and always just seems to get things wrong. Like the time she doxed a man in Sweden, claiming that he was an infamous swatter named Tor Swats. As far as I know, she never retracted this claim even when the real Tor Swats was arrested and pled guilty. Patrick then started a lawsuit against the city and the police for them continually coming to his home, even though it should be clear at this point that they don't need to come with their guns drawn. With all this going on, this must have been a very stressful time for poor Patrick, so he decided to take his mind off things and build himself some lovely Adirondack chairs. First he got some pallets, then carefully and lovingly cut them to size, put them all together, and after many hours of blood,
Patrick
sweat
will
and
return
tears,
for
the
Avengers
beautiful
Doomsday.
chairs were finally finished. So he proudly placed them in his garden and posted a glorious photo to show the world this achievement. The chairs became a bit of a meme for the jealous trolls, who joked that the treatment on the pallets would make the chairs poisonous, or that he should get some cushions as they looked pretty sharp, but Patrick declined this kind advice. Then one day an advert appeared in Craigslist offering a pair of Adirondack chairs for free collection. The person giving them away was busy moving, so there was no need to knock and ask. Just take them when you can and enjoy your new beautiful chairs. So that's what happened. One day the chairs were there, the next day they were not. Once Patrick found out what had happened, he was furious. So he put a message up on Craigslist letting the person that took the chairs know that they were tricked by criminal cyberstalkers, and if the chairs were returned, there would be no questions asked. A statement was then released by a notorious hacking group Anonymous about the chair situation.
This is an official announcement from Anonymous to Patrick S. Tomlinson. Hello, Patrick. We have your pallet Adirondack chairs. We are a global hacking collective dedicated to justice and equality. We do not forgive. We do not forget. We are anonymous. We are legion. Expect us. If you ever want to see your chairs again, you must denounce the state of Israel and the genocide of Gazans. Apologize to your daughter for abandoning her. And also buy her a new iPad to show solidarity with Palestine. Your chairs are currently unharmed and being held at a safe house. You have 24 hours. After that, we will begin removing pieces from the chair and putting them in a wood chipper every hour until payment. Until the chairs are destroyed. That concludes this message from Anonymous. We have hacked Craig's list, by the way, because we're hackers. So get ready, because it looks like you're going to be getting a lot of people looking for free stuff. And also, tomorrow a pool guy is coming by, even though you don't have a pool.
The chairs were later returned to him, apparently with an apology card attached, which Rick thought was a lovely touch. More adverts started to appear on Craigslist, offering the bricks to be used for a fireplace in his garden. So Patrick replied to this advert to let the random people viewing it know that it was a fake trick by clinically obsessed criminal cyberstalkers. Patrick then claimed that pests had thrown a tin of paint at his car, with him making sure to point out out that they were criminal cyberstalkers, and that these are the people that Leslie Varney is siding with. People soon started to suspect that something was
I think they stole his barbecue, too.
Patrick had released footage of people taking his chairs, so we know that he had cameras pointing at his car, but he didn't release the footage of the paint attack. They also pointed out that the paint splatter wasn't what you would expect from something being thrown hard, but more consistent with a tin of paint being gently dropped. Plus, none of the paint had actually gone on his car. Pests claim that this was done by Patrick for sympathy. I'm not too sure what the truth is. What I do know is that the chairs were taken for a second time, this time by a charity, but they were returned shortly afterwards. Then they were taken a third time by the Salvation Army, but luckily Patrick intercepted them as they were being loaded. As far as I know, Patrick won the Great Chair Wars, and they still reside in his garden, but he did later post about a bold squirrel that keeps stealing his tomatoes and eating them on the chair, making them all dirty. It has not yet been confirmed.
Hack his toilet. I want to see where his shit comes from, says Barb Rogers. Yikes, Barb.
In early 2025, a police report was uncovered that showed Patrick was involved in an incident outside of a Chubby Cheesesteaks restaurant in 2020. The report states that Pat was waiting outside for his delicious food using his phone when all of a sudden someone tried to grab his phone, so a fight broke out with a second man punching Patrick in the face, his phone being taken and the robbers escaping. It is speculated that Patrick was busy childing someone on his phone when it was stolen. The culprits were never arrested and the phone was never recovered. Strangely, Patrick never talked about this on his Twitter account, leading people to think that he never mentioned this due to him not wanting to seem racist. All three of the robbers were young black men, and Patrick had previously stated that any white person who calls the police on a black person is guilty of trying to kill them. But now here he was calling the police on three young black men. Another theory is that Pat likes to frame himself as an actual real-life tough guy, so didn't want to admit that he had been beaten up and robbed, as this would shatter the illusion of him being the real-life Steven Seagal. A short time later, things got worse for Patrick when his internet nemesis Boomia posted photos from inside Pat's Airbnb. Boomia had stayed there and left a photo of the Sopranos actor as proof for Patrick. Boomia also claims to have left stains in Patrick's toilet which Pat would have cleaned, leading to a popular meme for the pests of Pat as a pig maid cleaning a toilet. Another troll has stayed at the Airbnb taking a video from inside and discovering that a kitchen knife Pat once used in a photo, kind of threatening trolls, is at the Airbnb for customers to use. In his photo, Patrick had this knife stuffed down the back of his trousers, touching his bum cheeks. In February 2025, Pat would again reach a whole new group of people when he posted to Blue Sky asking why do we only shoot the good Kennedys, insinuating that someone should take a shot at RFK. This post got a lot of pushback, with people saying that it's not funny even if it is a joke, and Patrick replying to confirm that it was not a joke. The Blue Sky post was then picked up by accounts like Libs of Blue Sky, propelling Pat to a new anti-woke audience. Patrick had been trying to move over to Blue Sky for some time now to escape what he calls the far-right racists on Twitter. Sadly for him, Blue Sky would turn out to be an even more hostile environment, as he was exposed for being a racist himself. You see, a while back, someone pretending to be Patrick had left a bad review on a black woman's book using inappropriate racial language. This was discovered and Patrick was blamed for this, with him trying to explain that it really was an organised group of criminal cyberstalkers who had set up accounts using his name and photo. Among the people leading the charge against Patrick was a racially ambiguous black rights activist named Unapologetically Jackie. She soon started making many videos exposing Patrick as a racist troll who advocates for child predators.
Last week on Blue Sky,
I love this
a sister
chick.
reached out to me to bring to my attention this vile human being who went to her website and left grotesque comments. So I told her I would do my thing and I would expose this racist. And do my thing is exactly what I did.
Patrick.
This is him. His name is Patrick, and he's an author. He is also a narcissist, a misogynist, and a racist. Alarming fact about my cyber stalker. He's also pro-pedophilia.
Wow.
I'm bringing up his comments right now. What is really scary, if you ask me, is that he operates an Airbnb. Do we know if he has cameras in that Airbnb spying on children?
Probably does.
Do we know that?
She seems to have really taken a disliking to Patrick, so would make many videos about him and raise awareness about him on Blue Sky. Jackie has her own website called Jackie's Academy, which is an educational hub centered on blackness. On this website, she did expose after expose, bringing to light what she thinks are Patrick's crimes, including lists of all the times that he was racist online and full breakdowns on how Patrick is the leader of a far-right hate group, with all of the pests being Pat's online goons. She claims that the people trolling him are just a 5D chess move to divert suspicion away from him, as he is really the mastermind of this hate group. She claims that he runs Kiwi Farms and his inner circle of trolls are called bull washers. Now, it would be a very interesting twist if Patrick turned out to be the mastermind of all of this, but sadly I don't think that this is the case.
I like her dancing.
She thinks that Patrick has a master plan to target the black and brown community with a dangerous Airbnb scheme. I'm guessing the pests have been feeding this woman fake information.
Why
Plus
is a white woman doing a course on blackness as Rashomon Taro? I think she's just a light-skinned black
Patrick
woman.
is the leader of the pests. Jackie has repeatedly called for people to take action against Patrick and is in part responsible for over 1,000 people blocking Patrick on Blue Sky. In some of her exposés, Jackie does raise some good questions though, like if Patrick is being swatted so much, why would he rent out part of his property on Airbnb? As this doesn't seem like a safe thing to do, or the fact that none of his Airbnb reviews mention swatting. Pat has tried over and over again to explain the situation to her, and even tried swapping the victim narrative around by claiming that she is putting his family at risk by doxing his address. But Jackie counters this by stating that being a victim of swatting does not exempt you from being racist, and that she has never read a news article about Patrick that mentions people pretending to be him online so that they could be racist. Therefore, it is not true. When I first came across this part, I just assumed that Jackie was a pest and that the whole thing was an elaborate troll scheme of some kind. But that doesn't seem to be the case, as I've checked her out, and she is who she says she is, so it looks like Patrick can now add black activists to his list of enemies. As all of this was going on, Patrick's birthday came, and the pests made a happy birthday video for him where they pretended to be his daughter.
It's Annabelle. I baked you a cake.
Baby child, you don't have anything to say to me. You're always wrong, and things are only getting...
Daddy, I know you want to be here in person.
So if I ever do any see of them in person, it will turn out very quickly and very poorly for all of them. And
Daddy, will you just listen to me?
Yes, child.
Daddy, I baked you a cake and wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patrick. Happy birthday to you.
Also on his birthday, trolls counted all of the times that he had told people they would be enjoying prison, with the total being 4,876. It's a little unclear what time frame this is for, but regardless of time frame, it's still a lot. In June 2025, Pat was cited for disorderly conduct when a delivery driver was delivering some large items to his home. The driver asked where Patrick would like them offloaded, with Pat saying in front of his car. So the driver unloaded the items, and Patrick approached the driver in an aggressive manner. So the driver tried to drive away to escape, but Pat blocked the road and continued acting aggressively towards the driver until the police showed up. Things kept going from bad to worse for him when Leslie Varney filed a restraining order against him due to Pat stalking her online. In the court documents, she lists years of harassment, including tweets and letters that Patrick had sent to her employers trying to get her fired. In one of these letters, Patrick claims that Leslie is the leader of a network of criminal cyberstalkers trying to destroy his life. The next interesting thing that happened in 2025 was when a photo of Patrick giving the middle finger to a Rosa Parks memorial was circulated around Twitter. Patrick had this to say about the photo. "There is no Rosa Parks memorial in Waikiki, stalker. You are very bad at Photoshop. This is why your life is already over. Enjoy prison." He then posted the real photo, which was him giving the middle finger to a Trump sign. He then hammered the point home that he doesn't like Donald Trump with another photo of him
he doesn't
giving
like
the middle
Trump,
finger to a Trump hotel. And a photo of what I'm assuming is him staying in the Trump hotel with a shocked expression on his face.
Wow. That sure is funny,
So before
Patrick.
the thrilling conclusion to our story, we are just going to take another quick break from the timeline to look at some of the niche things that the trolls have done to Patrick. Of course, they have done things like ordering pizzas that they haven't paid for to his home. This happened so much that Pat threatened to sue Domino's and Pizza Hut if they didn't stop delivering pizzas to him. The pests have tried to get his car towed away by tricking 2 companies into collecting it. And they have had piles of wood mulch sent to his home which blocked his driveway. Another favourite of the pests is to make songs about Patrick.
My suit, the V6 Mustang car. I'm about to drive this baby down to Hooligan's Bar and get wild, stalk a chow.
Even though Patrick's telephone number is public and was discovered a long time ago, he refuses to change it, so spends a lot of his time replying to pests via text message. He does this so much that ONA Forums had its own page dedicated to these messages called Ricky Leaks, where users could upload these interactions. One of the users named Honey Badger likes to send Pat photos of his wife's ample bosoms alongside a kind of insult. I mean, if I'm going to be insulted, I'd like it alongside a nice pair of boobs, I guess. Another user likes to send Pat photos of himself doing drugs. I think I'd prefer the first one, honestly. One pest sent Patrick a text message pretending to be an automated message from a pest control company. And as Patrick had missed an appointment, he owed this company $50. Patrick then proceeds to argue with this fake automated message until a real employee joins the chat. So Patrick lets his pest control company know that they have been tricked by cyberstalkers. Then he threatens them with legal action, then states that if he gets another text message, the employee will get fired. At no time did the pest break character, so I'm guessing that Patrick still thinks that this was a real pest control company. Another one of these automated messages came from an adult diaper chat line that thanks Patrick for signing up for $6.99 a month, and that if he wishes to cancel the service, he should reply stop. Patrick replied, "No." So the adult diaper chat line thanked him for accepting the service along with a message that I can't read on YouTube. Sometimes these text messages can be from Good Samaritans, like the time that someone informed him that pests had sent them a fax with Patrick's phone number on it. The message reads, "Hi, I'm messaging you because your number appears on a fax that I received earlier today. I'm assuming you didn't send the fax. I'm just letting you know about it because it looks like whoever sent it is attacking your reputation." Patrick replies, "Every day for 4.5 years now." The Good Samaritan says, "Do you want me to send you a picture of the fax?" Pat says, "I suppose." The Good Samaritan then tries to warn him it's pretty disgusting, so maybe you'd rather not see it, with Patrick defiantly replying, "They always are." The Good Samaritan then posts an unaltered photo of Patrick and his wife. Alongside this message, it looks like they altered the image to make them look like grotesque subhuman creatures. To which Patrick explodes, "You are going to prison, stalker. You are mentally ill, stalker. You have been instructed many thousands of times to cease contacting this number. Continuing to do so constitutes felony telephone harassment. Do not contact this number again." Another favourite of the pests is to contact his local bar hooligans and flood them with prank calls and faxes about Patrick.
Hooligans.
Hey, can I get a pickup order?
Sure, can I have a name?
Yeah, Eric.
And what would you like?
Let's start with. Can I get the boy burger?
How do you want it cooked?
Medium.
And what do you want for your side?
You guys have crinkle fries?
We have regular fries, or for $2 more, waffle fries or tater tots.
Waffle fries sounds great.
Anything else?
Yeah, how about some jalapeno poppers?
We don't have jalapeno poppers.
Oh, darn. Okay. What about the, can I do mix and match chicken tenders?
We have chicken tenders, and it comes with a side of fries.
Yeah, that's
And
perfect.
And then what kind of dipping sauce do you want for those?
How about ranch and blue cheese?
Do you want any other sauce, like barbecue or anything?
No, I think ranch and blue cheese is good.
It's ranch and blue cheese. Anything else?
Yeah, did you guys ban Patrick Tomlinson?
Oh, God.
Answer the question.
There are reports that Patrick has now been banned from hooligans, but I'm not too sure how true these are. A big joke for the pests is that they say that Patrick's wife likes to have a black man named Tyrone
Batman
fart
gifted 5
inside her
memberships. Thank
private
you.
parts. I have no idea why this is or where it came from, but it's a very common joke among the pests. Moving swiftly on, Patrick will always reply to the trolls no matter where he is or what he's doing. One time he was at a sci-fi convention and a pest pretending to be Patrick listed his grill for free pickup on a website called Nextdoor. Somehow Pat found out about this and started to tell the troll that he hopes that he enjoys prison, then proceeded to comment on the post that this was actually a cyber stalker impersonating him. Then the impersonator commented that the real Patrick was actually impersonating him and that anyone viewing this should block and report Pat. This of course was like a red rag to a bull, so the real Patrick unleashed his ultimate weapon, the thing that would finally end this trolling once and for all. He told the pest that he will be spending the rest of his life in prison. So the impersonator claimed that Patrick was a member of a gang of criminal cyberstalkers that were harassing him, and that impersonation along with threatening people with prison is a common tactic that they use. Patrick, incensed by this, wrote a long reply on this website for a few random strangers to read, detailing how the impersonation account is run by criminal cyberstalkers who are trying to trick them into committing a crime. Then other trolls joined and started to comment, claiming that they had gone to pick up this grill, but were threatened by the owner of the property. They weren't angry, just confused why Patrick would waste their time like this. On a side note, the grill was also listed on Craigslist, which did trick someone into trying to take the grill, with the collector messaging the troll to say that the grill had a big sign on it telling no one to take it, and the pest reassuring the man that the sign was just there to inform other people that it was reserved for him. While all this was going on, Pat was also getting trolled at the sci-fi convention, with pests taking secret photos of him and calling pizzas to the room that he was giving his speech in. The last thing on this topic I'll mention is that given how much Patrick tweets, you would expect him to make a few mistakes. It happens to all of us every now and again. Sometimes we'll write the wrong word or misspell something, but when Patrick does this, it turns into a meme that will haunt his very existence for years afterwards. Like the time that he wrote, "Wasn't convicted of anything, stalker. Yum and cokey your future. Enjoy prison." Yum and cokey was then used by the pests as an in-joke for many years afterwards, and much fun was had by all, except Patrick.
Hey Pat, it's Roger Stone. Yeah, you're a demented libtard. And you hate
Soccer
my
owes
guts.
nothing worth
Here's
stalking.
the
Does that
problem.
make any
See,
sense?
people
As Mark
online
Rogers.
who say you're, I don't know, fat, that's called free speech. The kind you liberals hate. You're not going to win that lawsuit, and guess what? I'm not in prison. So, have a nice day.
At the beginning of 2026, Patrick started to tweet talking about how he finds the different platforms he uses. The three main ones being Twitter, Blue Sky and Threads. In this, he compares how the same post that he made about ICE deportations performed on all three platforms, with him concluding that Blue Sky was not a sustainable platform due to him not getting much interaction. This enraged a lot of the Blue Sky users, with many of them arguing with Pat that he doesn't understand the point of Blue Sky. Ironically, this post was one of the most interacted with posts that he had done on Blue Sky. I'm guessing the reason that he doesn't get much interaction on this platform would be because Pat is one of the most blocked people that uses Blue Sky. You see, this website has open source data on who gets blocked, and Patrick once tops the chart of the most blocked people on the website within a 24-hour period, getting blocked 2,000 times. In March 2026, he launched an app where people could catalogue non-alcoholic cocktails. Surprisingly, given that Patrick is a super genius who has been relentlessly trolled for years, he thought that this app would just be left alone by the pests. It wasn't. Let's take a look at some of the tasty recipes that the pests have uploaded to this app. The Daughter Abandoner. The key is to make it so over the top alcoholic and sweet that you need to get up and abandon it immediately. Ingredients: pepperoni, vodka and grenadine. The Fat Pat. The description is simply, the bartender will prepare my fruity drink, child. It's the minimum of his job. Ingredients: sugar, pork, more sugar. Nikki's Gassy Lassie. Instructions: line the rim of the glass with crushed flaming hot Cheetos and kosher salt for an extra kick to the cooter. Ingredients: Pepto-Bismol, active dry yeast, African rum and grape soda. There are many more of these that are a bit too graphic for YouTube, but I'm sure you get the idea. In his infinite wisdom, Patrick also allowed people to upload photos to go along with these mocktails, which again are a bit too much for YouTube, but I'm sure you can guess what kind of photos were uploaded. Sadly, Patrick didn't quite get the response on this app that he had hoped for, so began.
Well, I mean, listen, I like the people who are sending him. Listen to this. This guy just sends him monkey pics all day long on his text. Monkeys. He responds, "You're going to prison, stalker. You're mentally ill, stalker. You've been instructed many thousands of times to cease contacting this phone number. Continuing to do so constitutes felony telephone harassment. Do not contact this number again." Enjoy prison. Monkeys. He just sends monkeys. "You're going to prison, stalker. You're mentally ill, stalker. You've been instructed many thousands of times to cease contacting this phone number. Again, look at this. Prison, stalker for life. Enjoy. You're going to prison. You're mentally ill, stalker. You've been instructed." This is how you've chosen to end your life, stalker. Doing this. And just sending him pictures of monkeys. I love it. It's so cute. Why would you get mad about that? That's funny.
Began begging people on Twitter to go over and leave real reviews. Unfortunately, he didn't have much luck with this. As you may have deduced
Monkeys
from the
are
Adirondack
texting me. I would
chairs,
like
Patrick
that.
considers himself a bit of a handyman and has recently completed a decked balcony on his home, with him proudly posting this achievement to the internet.
It's done.
The pests then set about dissecting everything wrong with this balcony, including it being crooked and the handrails not lining up correctly. This, of course, isn't the first time trolls have ruined his attempts at DIY, with him previously posting to the internet showing off a fence that he had just finished. Patrick had installed the fence backwards so that the ugly part was facing out. Installing a fence the wrong way is a code violation in Milwaukee, so it was reported. An inspector was sent out who then forced Patrick to dig it up and install it the correct way around. The most recent thing of note in the Patrick S. Tomlinson story is that he had a rare win. The lawsuit that he filed against the city in regards to all of the swatting has been settled out of court, with Patrick reportedly getting over $500,000.
Crazy. That is a W.
The Patrick S. Tomlinson story is a strangely intriguing one for me. It doesn't have the explosive events or the outrageous drama of a lot of other internet stories, but the absurd details and ridiculous nature of it all I found to be captivating. There's a lot more that I didn't cover, like when a Rastafarian street preacher and Donald Trump supporter was murdered in Patrick City, and the pests blamed Patrick for this. Or the whole cast of odd internet friends that Patrick has, all with their own bizarre backstories, including inserting butter knives in places that they're not designed to go, or being a child predator, allegedly. Patrick himself, to me, seems like a very arrogant, self-important man who just can't bear to be proven wrong, as this would crumble the fragile delusions that he has constructed around himself. A control freak who needs to dominate others and takes sadistic glee whenever he can safely destroy people. The pests are no doubt cut from a very similar cloth, making this a symbiotic relationship that I'm sure both sides enjoy on some level. The Norm Macdonald tweet seems to do a lot of heavy lifting when Patrick recounts this story, but if it would have been me or you or just about anyone else on the planet who posted this, it would have come and gone without all of the drama that followed. Patrick is unable to reflect on his own role in this story, so will always paint the pests as this shadowy group with the worst possible intentions. I get the sense that he lives his life lost in abstract fantasy lands, where the real world plays little part. Patrick should be allowed to post whatever he wants on the internet and not get harassed, but unfortunately for him, this is not the real world. In the same way that if I walk into a crime-ridden area with lots of expensive jewellery on, I have the right not to get robbed. But this is not how reality works, so we need to react accordingly. In this fight, the pests have all the advantages, so the 140 IQ thing to do would be to not get into a fight that you could never win. But for Patrick, he can't allow these lesser beings a victory, so he is left to scream impotently at them that they will be going to prison for the rest of their lives. As far as I know, not one single pest has ever been to prison for harassing Patrick. I've tried to stick to the things that are true in this story, but it's a very hard topic to research due to the amount of in-jokes and troll information spread about Patrick. So sorry if I got anything wrong, I tried my best. Thanks to a channel called Cryptic Web Chronicles, who has a lot more detailed information on this story. So if you want a deeper dive, go and check that out, or there is...
They're terrific. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. We got the Patrick one done. And Variant 47 says EVS is boring. I'm not as interesting as Patrick, that's for sure. And thank God for that. You guys are the best. Thank you for being with me tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, and this time for real, I will have sales and everything like that this weekend. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will do eBay sales. And we're going to just live stream all fucking day. It's going to be awesome. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you then. Have a good night. Sleep well. Bye-bye.
My fist will make your